Spirits with spirits. Spirits with spirits.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Spirits of Spirits Season 3, folks, Episode 1, Haunted Ireland. I am your host, John Watkins, with your host, Mr. David Lowe. What's up, Dave?
What's going on, bro?
Higher.
Man, nothing but good times. Nothing but good times. Nothing but good times. Had a great show last night to finish off Season 2.
Yep.
We're starting off season 3 tonight.
Me.
We're starting a new adventure at the same time. Man,
Hot.
I'm loving it. I'm
It is.
loving it. It's
Jack.
good things. What are you drinking tonight, Dave?
I am drinking a Dutch beer called Grolsch.
Grosh. I don't think we're saying that phlegmy enough.
Grolsch. I don't. I'm not fluent in Klingon, so I can't do it. But it's a beer that I really like, and I tried it once before. No, I'm not going to apologize for it. But I was going to get an Irish beer, because Smart Man does Guinness or Killian Red or whatever, something like that. But I went with this one because I like the Pilsners, and it's got
Institution.
Yeah, I was stuck with the
How are
Guinness for
you?
tonight, of course, because we're talking about Haunted Ireland.
Yep.
I was looking for some George Killians, but they were out of George Killians, which was surprising. But
It's not St. Patrick's Day. You'd think that's
yeah,
what.
yeah, yeah. I love me some George Killian's Red, and that's what I was gonna go with. But
White.
sticking with the good old fashioned Guinness, it is my favorite beer for a
Damage.
reason. So
Touch.
I'm already 3 beers in, working towards number 4. So it's gonna be a
43.
great show, Dave. It's gonna be
It
a
is.
great
It's gonna be a great show.
Dave, you wanna do we wanna
Emily
spread the
Fields.
news early, or do we wanna wait till the end of the show? I mean, what do you wanna do?
Well, that's a very good question, bro. And here's the thing. I figured, we did it. We filmed the first episode, so I kind of want to talk about it.
I do wanna talk about it.
Well, we will talk about it at the end too,
Yeah.
but
This is exciting.
we've got pen to paper. We are
Yeah.
about to sign a deal with Scare
Portal.
Network TV.
Yeah, that's
And that's the big news that we
phenomenal.
wanted to announce for season 3.
Yeah.
We got the contracts,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so we're just going over the fine print.
Chains.
Yeah.
Sign it, and we've got a year deal with Scare Network
Scare
TV,
Network.
and we just filmed our first episode
Portrait.
for them.
Yeah.
So, so for you guys on our live stream,
Count.
what we're doing
Cemetery.
is we are keeping with our theme.
Why am I
For
here?
example, tonight
Psychic.
we're doing Ireland. We're doing Ireland.
Uncoming.
I'm a few beers in myself. We're doing Ireland, which in itself is an island, but
It's my island.
it's my Ireland. Anyway, so we picked 3 locations to do on the live stream. What we did was we took a 4th location, and we're
For you
doing
up
that
here,
exclusively
coming
on
to
Scare
me.
Network TV.
Yeah,
So
so
you
you guys
guys that are on the live stream with us or listening through our sponsor, Anchor, who takes
Yep.
the audio portion of our broadcast and puts it on Spotify, Google Podcast, Breaker, Radio Public, Apple Broadcast, and iHeartRadio.
Oh, look at Dave kill it tonight.
Bam! First time. Okay. So,
Portal.
and thanks, Anchor, for that. So if you're listening to the audio portion of this later, you too can go on Scare Network TV
Real.
and pay the subscription
Yep.
or do the individual thing. I think you can pay for the individual shows.
Yeah.
And watch our bonus location or our bonus thing that we're going to talk about.
And I want to tell
Follow
you,
me.
I want to tell you first, right off the bat, that first location we did on Scare Network TV is fucking fire.
That was nice. It was
fucking
good.
fire. It was good.
It was good. It was
know.
good.
It's
And
good.
I'm just gonna say because I downloaded it
Yeah.
so that we can edit it and put the stuff.
Yeah.
1.4 gig.
Oh, easy.
So
Nice.
we are well within the
Yeah.
the size limit, which is
Yeah.
great.
Perfect. Love it. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna tell everybody, man. You want to listen to that fourth location. You want to go watch it.
Yeah.
It's
Really,
fire.
really good stuff. Good stuff.
49.
Do we want to say the location?
No, not
No.
even gonna put it out there.
Okay. Fourth
I'm just gonna tell you, it's
location.
one of the most famous
the
and
most-
haunted locations of Ireland.
Yes.
That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say
How do
about
you
it.
feel?
But I'm not gonna give out the location name or of
Okay.
where that place is at. I want go check it out. Scare Network Television. It's gonna be going on there soon.
Yep.
We're
Yeah,
actually gonna put
I'm gonna do the editing on it, and I will probably send it to him
Leave here.
sometime later. That was awesome.
always scary.
So surprising. I knew it was coming.
But man, I'm
So cheers to
so
Scare Network TV.
cheers to
Picture.
Scare Network TV, man. That I'm so excited. So excited.
And I'm so excited.
I'm excited.
That's where you go. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
so Scare Network TV.
This is also the place that we pulled the Amityville Resurgence
Amityville Resurgence.
from.
Guilty.
We got onto this
brought us
from our
to
interview with Sean
yeah,
Austin,
with Sean Austin. Yeah,
who we'd love to have back on the show.
yeah.
We
gonna
were, and I've already talked to him through his people, and I've talked to him directly, and
Yeah.
he's down to come back on the show. He also gave us permission because we're going to also put on Scare Network TV our best segments of previous episodes.
Yeah, yeah.
And one of those segments that we're going to put on there
Will be
is
the Sean
our
Austin
interview
interview.
with
Yeah.
Sean Austin, which was a great video.
Great
It was a great interview. And he gave us his blessing.
I can't wait to pick the brain of the creator of Scare Network TV.
Close.
I'm waiting. I want to do
He
that.
actually directed that Amityville Resurgence. He now
exactly.
wants to be on the show.
Yeah.
So I am down to interview him.
thanks.
That's going
I'm
to
gonna
be a good
see
episode.
if I can land him in the next month. We'll get him on the show, and I think
Yeah.
that's going to be awesome.
Yeah, and
Help me. Phone.
maybe get some interviews with some of the other documentary guys that have that are doing their
I see you.
documentaries on Scare Network TV. Get them
Yeah.
on the show too. Be great stuff.
Games.
Great stuff.
I'd
I'm
love to
telling you.
interview him, and then if we can, I'd like to build that relationship.
Yeah.
With Scare Network TV and with all the people involved with their documentaries and everything, and maybe
Oh,
we
yeah.
can actually go on investigations and
so fire.
do our live stream while they're doing the investigation, and we can actually join in the investigation. So
That'd be so good.
James.
I'm like best.
Dinner.
That's like perfect world scenario. That's what I want to do. I won't
Grandmother.
even take a lunch break. Just
Yeah.
let me do it.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Go do an investigation, do a podcast about the investigation, share the
Demon.
footage, be live there at the same time. I
All
mean,
the place.
that's the goal.
Yeah.
Count.
But I'm just
All
gonna
right.
say fire. First episode, fire. I'm just gonna say that. So tonight we're talking again 3 different locations in haunted Ireland.
Mhm.
Man,
Liar.
these spots are good. Dave, we picked some really good spots in Ireland.
We did.
The scores I think are gonna be legit
Yeah.
tonight. Oh man.
I'm just gonna put it out there. I have
Backward.
like all 4
Can
locations.
you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
His volume's a little down, but I can still hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
All 4 locations have intelligent and non-human stuff going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if we've ever had that for all locations.
No, not for all locations.
Ceremony.
No, we haven't. Not at all.
And and then there's some, some alternative spots where I was like, oh man, we could speak about
Father.
that. Like there was a church that I was looking into
Oh, I know which one you're
Radio.
talking
that
about.
almost made the list. St.
Spirit.
Michael.
St.
Wh-
Michael's, yeah.
Yeah, almost made the list. Really good stuff. And I was like, wow, it's just not quite as diverse as we want
we wanted,
touring.
yeah.
But really almost considered it, at least for an alternate.
Christina. Throat.
That would have been a good alternate. Loftus Hall would have been a good alternate.
Yeah. Well, I think Loftus Hall is still kind of our alternate.
Yeah.
But Loftus Hall really has just that one nasty story, and
Yeah. I think that's what bothered me about that place is
that's really what bothered me about that place. But it had great evidence, great stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the only kind of reported
is.
like thing. But even that is connected to the location we did on Scare Network TV.
Yeah.
There's a similarity there that was like, oh well, maybe it's not about Loftus Hall at all. Maybe it's the spot that we talked about. So
Yeah.
I'm that I was kind of jazzed that we did what we did for Scare Network TV. I would think it was a good pick for our first go around.
Granddaughter.
Yeah, like I said, it's probably one of the most famous places in Ireland, and it's
Michelle.
one of the most haunted
Satanic.
places in Ireland. Satanic, yeah.
It's Michelle. It's Michelle Satanic.
Michelle Satanic.
And I dated someone named Michelle, and yeah, she was pretty evil.
Innocent. Sacrifice.
Right?
An innocent Dave was an innocent sacrifice. That poor
Now
Dave.
here.
That's funny. Okay.
Doug,
Sentenced.
Any
great.
preference on what you want to start with first?
I am at a loss on where I want to start first, honestly.
Well,
I think
we've got 2 prisons.
we got 2 prisons and a castle. So let's do prison, castle, prison.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Prison,
Okay.
castle, prison.
Okay. Now we gotta figure out which prison we want to start with first.
Prison I'm going to start with first. Let's start with the one that you brought up.
Crumlin Road, Gal.
Crumlin Road, Gowl.
Yeah, I really like this when we're doing our Instagram live there.
Yeah.
I really like this place. I still really like this place. Oh, man, my shoulder's killing me. I'm sorry. There's a lot going on here.
Serpent.
I didn't write down. I ain't gonna lie, Dave. I didn't write down a lot of history on this place. I was like, you know what? Dave could do some history. like Dave doesn't have enough to do, but
Yeah. That's okay.
Kind of throwing you under the bus there, Dave. I'll try not to back over you though.
Appreciate that. So, okay, so let's talk about the history. The HMP Belfast, also known as Crumlin Road, Gowl, is a former prison situated on the Crumlin Road in North Belfast, Ireland. Since 1996, it is the only remaining Victorian-era former prison in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
It is colloquially known as the Crumb, is what they call it. That was a hard word for me to get out. I gotta say.
Your son. Ooh, I'm a ghost.
Say what?
Uh,
Yeah. So my son's a ghost, and then we've got
we got
somebody from Twitch on.
yeah, evening.
I
I love
don't
it.
I
Love it,
don't
love it. Don't
I don't know if I want to say the name, but thank you for joining us. Because I think I'm picturing something completely different in my mind. And maybe it's the fact that I'm a few beers in.
I'm picking up
So,
what you're putting down, Dave.
yeah.
I think that's purposeful.
Mirror.
Purposeful.
Purposeful. Like,
Palace.
Yeah, it's gonna be a night.
Happy New Year from Tamil, India.
Oh
Thank
wow!
you so much.
Happy
Welcome
New
to the
Year!
show.
Yeah, I
Palace.
love that. Love that. So, 1845, this place is built, right? Yeah, that's where we're at.
Is that where we're
Dave,
at? I think that's
yeah,
where we're at.
yeah. Dave,
I don't
we are
know.
always having a good night so far. Appreciate you jumping on here, buddy.
Yep. So yeah, the designed by Sir Charles Lanyon, the prison was built between 1843 and 1845. Built as a replacement for the county gaol on Antrim Street.
Psychic.
It was constructed of black basalt rock on 10 acres at the
I'm
bottom
close.
of Crumlin Road.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Arthur.
Arthur is my other son.
Mm.
Partially based on HM Prison Pentonville, was one of the most advanced prisons of the day. Built within a 5-sided wall, the 4
Look.
wings are up to 4 stories in height and
Count.
fan off from the central
Leave me
area, which is
alone.
known as the circle. Prison was originally built to hold between 500 and 550 prisoners in cells that measured 12 by 7 feet. It was the first prison in Northern Ireland to be built according to the separate system, intended to separate prisoners from each other with no communication between them.
Wow.
Later, especially in the 1970s, as many as 3 prisoners were placed in each cell.
Maybe. Fly. Tap. Am I dead?
All right.
Open. Betrayed.
Okay. So the first 106 inmates who were forced to walk from the other prison in chains to this one
Oh wow.
arrived in 1846. These inmates, who were men, women, and children, completed the changeover of the 2 prisons. Children from impoverished working class families were often imprisoned at the gaol in the early years for offenses such as stealing food or clothing. 13-year-old Patrick McGee, who had been sentenced to 3 months in prison, hanged himself in his cell in 1858.
Jump.
Women inmates were kept in the prison blockhouse until the early 1900s.
Wow.
Early suffragettes, among them Dorothy Evans and Madge Muir, were imprisoned in the gaol in 1914. So that was like when they were trying to get women's right to vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
These women were imprisoned there for that.
Wow.
Executions. When originally designed by Lanyon, the prison did not contain a gallows. And I'm trying to learn to speak. And the executions were carried out in public view until 1901, when an execution chamber was constructed within the prison walls and used until the last of the hangings in 1961. 17 prisoners were executed in the prison, the last being Robert McGladrey,
What date is it?
who was hanged in 1961 for the murder of Earl Campbell.
It's actually the last hanging in the country of Ireland.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there. Love
Yeah.
history.
So let's see. The condemned would live in a large cell, large enough for 2 guards to live in there as well. The bodies of the executed were buried inside the prison in unconsecrated ground
Psychic.
against the back wall behind the prison hospital.
Wow.
The execution of Tom Williams, a 19-year-old member of the IRA, took place on September 2nd, 1942. He was hanged for the slaying of an RUC officer. The hangman in charge was Thomas Pierpoint, the gal's most regular hangman, who carried out 6 of the executions in the gal between 1928 and
What do you want?
1942.
Wow.
Williams was one of 2
David.
executed. Okay, stop calling me.
That was yours.
Yeah, that was me. Stop.
Action.
It's
Really?
tradition, Dave.
Vincent.
Vincent. Okay. Williams was one of 2 executed
Wait,
prisoners whose
I'm
remains
leaving.
were
Camera.
disinterred and buried elsewhere.
Wow.
So they were actually like dug up and moved.
Yeah.
Despite being known as Europe's Alcatraz, there were a number of successful escape attempts at the gal.
Yeah.
The first recorded
Wait.
escape was 1866. In
Tap.
May 1941,
Time.
5
Fly.
Irish
Out.
Republican prisoners
David.
made their escape over the wall to freedom. During its 150-year history, the gal had many prisoners pass through its doors. Some of the more well-known prisoners included
Maybe.
Amon de Valera,
What?
Martin McGuinness, Michael Stone, and Bobby Sands. On November 24th, 1991, during the last stages of the Troubles, the Loyalist wing of the prison became the target of a provisional IRA bomb that killed a UVF and UDA prisoner.
Wow.
The gal closed its doors officially as a prison in 1996, and it was empty for many years. A restoration project was announced in August of 2010.
Closer.
And in November 2012, the prison opened as a tourist attraction and conference center that now hosts concerts.
Yeah. Freaking Garth Brooks played there. ABBA's played there.
The museum welcomed a visit by Queen Elizabeth in 2014.
I am in pain.
The grounds also played host to the 2020 UK's Strongest Man competition. Just thought I'd throw that out.
46.
This place has the connecting tunnel from the courthouse to prison.
Hold on.
Talk to me.
Baby alert.
She loves. I was gonna say she loves her grandpa, but actually she wants to press buttons on
Yeah.
on the board because the buttons have colors.
Yes.
Strangled. Why am I
That's
here?
awesome. Why are you here? I might have to put my sling on. Oh, this place has the connecting tunnel underneath the street that goes.
Why
from
did you
prison
come?
to-
Punished.
And I just got a picture of it right here. I
Yeah.
was grabbing some.
My ghost tube said, well, my son, why did you come? But it said tunnel a little while ago.
Oh shit! I didn't-
Stop.
Love it, love it, love it.
And
That's
we
it.
got, and speaking of love, we got love on Facebook from my son. So
Yay! Someone loves me.
Games.
I know.
Oh, I just while you're hitting up the history, I was just grabbing some
Leave here.
pictures of the place and kind of sharing them while you're giving out the history. Some outside and inside photos.
Yeah, that's cool. I was seeing parts of that when I was going back and forth from reading the history.
Yeah, this place is a whole lot bigger than I thought it was, though. Originally.
It is. It's good size. I like it.
Help.
But yeah, it wasn't even on my list until we did our pregame and you were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh man, I like this.
Yeah,
This is nice."
yeah, that's what kind of jumped out at me. I think the crazy thing about the history of this place is the fact that there were 7-year-olds in this place.
Yeah, like I said, they
Yeah.
if you were like stealing clothes or food or something like that, they threw you in this place.
Yeah,
How are you?
Didn't matter how old you were.
yeah, no,
And then that poor 13-year-old kid who hung himself.
yeah. He gets sentenced 3 months and hangs himself there.
Yeah, they estimated that 25,000 people were imprisoned in this gal in the 150 years.
That's a lot. That's a lot of people. Uh, that's a
So yeah,
lot.
we know that Ghost Hunters has been there.
Yeah, yeah. I Ghost Hunters has been there. I think. What was the other one? No, that's a different place. That's a different place. That's Leap Castle. I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Disagree. I don't know. Closer. Play with me.
Chatty tonight, Dave. They are chatty tonight.
Chatty. Mine's chatty too. It's unusual for me to get so much crap.
Where am I?
Mine just said hell, and then it said, "Where am I?" Hopefully
Maybe
not in
this
hell.
is hopefully not hell.
Higher.
But yeah, they still they use this place now for as a museum, as a concert venue. They have a restaurant on the premises.
Yeah, it does not coincide with what it used to be.
Count.
I mean, I'm surprised they haven't
Less.
turned it into a
Love.
B&B.
I know.
Hospital.
I've seen those.
Serpent.
Dude, I'm addicted to saltwater taffy.
Brenda. Agreed.
Hospital serpent.
Man.
Man.
Touch. Not.
It just keeps
Touch
going.
not.
House. Empty.
Now there's an empty house somewhere.
Yeah.
Huh.
Tap.
Oh, and of course they do
What is
a
the date?
Halloween.
Yeah, they do a Halloween
Angela,
thing
tell
there.
me about it.
That-
Crazy.
Would you like me to tell you about it? Well, I won't. But
Torturer. Here.
Don't go there, Dave. Don't go there.
I'm close.
I'm glad. So
Mary.
That's man. That's good history though. I mean, from 1840, they had the last hanging
Killed.
in the whole country in 1961.
Horrible.
mhm.
Don't come in.
This place opened up in 1845. That's crazy. This place was open till
Portal.
what, 200 years?
Yellow.
100 years? 150 years?
Stop.
150 years.
150 years.
Coming to get me.
Man, how's
Always.
everybody?
Torturer.
Imagine the people this place saw, especially being Belfast, huge warring state.
I'm remarked by the variety of criminals that are there. I mean, not just men, women, and
Bandit.
children, but you got you got women who were just fighting for a right to vote that were in there. Kids who just stole food to
Mhm.
try to live were thrown in there. And then you
Yeah.
got like the hardest of criminals, murderers and stuff. 17 people were executed there.
Yeah.
People that were in the IRA that were just fighting for
Camera.
their freedom were put in there. And yeah, it's kind of a
Brenda.
like a
Other
stew
side.
of just paranormal activity that could be going on there.
Well, it's the
Press.
4-year anniversary of
How?
for your son?
Yeah, it's my son's 4-year wedding anniversary
Nice.
today.
Lower. I need to go. Helen.
Dang it. I was looking at pictures and missed it.
Oh, I thought you put it up there while I was reading the history because I saw it. So I didn't want to put it up there again, but
Well, I put it up there.
yeah, happy anniversary to my son,
Happy anniversary.
daughter-in-law. I love you guys so much. Thank you
Here.
for giving me
Son.
such a great grandson because he is awesome.
Who is she?
It looks pretty awesome. Seen all the
He's a
videos. That's awesome.
kid.
Happy anniversary,
Babysitting
guys.
for a little bit on Saturday.
Nice, always good.
My son's going to go donate plasma. So
Yeah. Good for him because I
Don't
can't.
leave.
I'm like, oh no, that stuff's
Help.
staying in my body because I
Yeah.
need all.
I need all of it. My body don't like giving that stuff away.
I got to have my plasma.
Her.
Oh, there's a lot here though, Dave. I
Yeah.
was shocked.
So, um, let's talk about the haunts. So I have here this not from your website, but I found another website.
Okay.
So I'll talk about mine and you talk about yours, and we'll see if we can put them together
are
and
you?
score
All
this
right.
bastard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ghost hunters and visitors to the former prison have reported several sightings and have reported hearing strange sounds. Doors can be heard slamming shut by
Love.
themselves. Male and female voices can be heard calling out for help. A man walking down the sea wing and disappearing has been seen by a lot of people.
Yeah.
Several
I'm
ghost
coming.
hunting investigation and ghostly tours are conducted regularly, but everyone should know that these tours are not for the faint of heart. The sight of a hangman's rope can
Dice.
be seen. Many men and women prisoners have been executed in the Kremlin Royal, and it is said to
Punished.
remain
Fire.
in their last days. So they actually
Are you from
they
here?
you can see the hangman's rope in
Yeah.
the prison.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
It's actually
it's an interesting visual because it's not a person. This
no.
apparition is the rope. You see the rope.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's in Sea Wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The place is filled with
Love.
sadness and grief. One of the spookiest places is said to be the basement drop cell. It is the place where the dead man is set to dangle until he's dead.
Yep.
So this is where they hang you, tunk, and
Danger.
they drop the floor
Yeah.
out. It will, um, people have noted, they get like rapid heart rate or irregular heart rate. People will shake in fear when they see this room.
Oh yeah.
Drown.
Uh
Other side.
okay, they're on the other side.
Yeah. On the other side.
All right. What do you got, bro? That's what I got so far.
Well, just to continue with the Sea Wing, it's actually the home of what they
Help.
call the condemned man's cell, which is actually a cell that they kept basically the death row inmate in right before he was taken to be
Follow
hung. So it
me.
literally housed all 17 people that were hung to death
Right,
in
and
the
it housed their guards
Cold.
too. That was
Yes.
like one big cell.
Yeah.
Everybody that was on death row was in there at the same
Harder.
time.
Cheating.
Yes.
And then they
Uh,
also had 2 guards that lived there, that lived in that cell.
yes.
I thought
Aaron.
that's crazy. I've never
That's
heard of that.
yeah. In the tunnel, they see a gray figure, not a dark figure or a black figure, a gray figure.
Not a
Which
person in white, it's a
yeah,
gray.
which is interesting. I found
Yeah,
that statement interesting, a gray figure in the tunnel. Also in the tunnel, you can hear moans, man's groan,
Above.
sighing, coughing, and
whistling.
whistling.
Yeah.
This is actually
Portal.
the same spot they actually
What
capture
is that?
a
Portal.
face in a picture when they took a picture of the coffin
Yeah.
here.
Maybe.
Then you go into the B wing. The B wing has reports of
Leave
being
here.
touched.
Yeah. Well, and this is where the padded cell is.
This is
B
where the
wing.
padded cell is. This is the crazy wing.
Yeah. This is the nutball wing.
Yeah, this is where I love to hug myself wing.
I have no choice but to hug
I
myself.
had no choice but to hug myself wing. People are being touched, uneasy feelings, a presence of a dark figure.
Sing.
This part bugs me a little bit. Presence of a dark figure, uh,
Lurking in the corners.
lurking in the corners.
Yeah.
A
That reminds me of that solitary in Alcatraz.
yeah, and then they have the ghostly prison warden who actually walks with loud steps in here,
Mhm.
like you can hear him and see him.
Yeah.
And then To continue on, uh, not to be confused with the other dark figure, they're also a large dark figure that likes to go from cell to cell in the D wing
Yeah.
or B wing. Sorry, B
B-wing.
wing. That's I thought that was I was like, "What the hell?" 2 dark figures plus the warden being touched. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
And then in D-wing,
Greetings.
there's the ghost of a man who just stands in the doorways and watches
what
visitors.
is up with that dude?
Stalker.
Blood.
Stalker. So
Yeah.
um
Voyeur?
yeah, so this
Hello.
is where the
He's
doors
blue.
in the wing are known to slam shut on their own. Objects have been known to
Haunted.
get thrown across the room
Or
or
straight up
simply
vanish,
disappear
dude. Straight up
in the
vanish, like,
air.
Haunted.
it's
Simply
been
vanish in the air. So
what the
while
fuck?
the object is in the air, it disappears.
Like, "Oh, shit, that's gonna hit me." Poof, gone. What? What?
Poof.
What just happened? What just happened? I don't understand what just happened.
Yeah.
It was gonna hit me, and then
Spell.
boom, it's gone.
And I like the fact it says the gal is also to be home to a number of other ghosts who are only too happy to let you know they are still around.
Dude, I mean, this place is I think we actually, you're at one of the sites I was getting my information from.
Yeah, you gave me the site.
Oh, okay, yeah,
You gave
alright.
me the site. I
Why
grabbed
did you
some stuff.
come?
The stuff in the beginning was stuff I got from another
Child.
site,
Okay,
but now I'm on the site you gave me.
okay.
So
Uh,
I'm there. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Water.
perfect. I love this place, though.
It's good.
There's
Yeah.
so much stuff going on.
And I love the fact that it is still an active location for the living. So
Yeah.
this is going to continue to feed the shadow figures and I think the prisoners and stuff, the spirits here, because like I said, they're all too happy to let you know that they're there.
Let's
I
pull up
think
those
because
pictures.
they use this thing, I saw this thing like events and stuff that they do.
Oh,
I'm like, dude,
yeah, just feeding the energy.
yeah,
Let's pack thousands of
let's
people in
pack
this
thousands
place.
of people in this prison, and yeah,
Strongman
we need this bit.
competition,
Strongman competition
concerts.
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Yeah. Check these pictures out, Dave.
Stop it.
Tell me what you think of these.
Cable.
See, I like this one. This look, you
Died.
can see the profile of a dude.
And you see
is
the
what I'm
hat
thinking.
sticking out on the
I'm
wall?
thinking, yeah, I see a hat with a brim.
Yeah.
So this makes me wonder if this is possibly a guard
That's kinda where I was going with, maybe
or
a
maybe the
guard
warden guy.
or maybe it could be the warden, yeah. Yeah. And then I like this one too. I
Dude,
know this one's a
Play.
little harder
this
to
one's a little
tell.
hard, but yeah, and I'm pointing to it with my finger like you guys are gonna see that,
Okay,
but
on the right-hand side, there's a
on
door
the
that's closed and a door that's open, and inside the door that's open,
Up.
inside all the black, you
Camera.
see a
Drip.
white
yeah, I'm sitting there
ghost.
like this.
Let's
See my pen right here?
yeah.
So yeah,
Evelyn.
it's the it's like right
Why
there.
did you come?
Um, where there's like
Oh,
there's
it's
there,
it's
there-
it's it's
there's
it's
like a little
right
girl that looks like a
there.
little girl like right there.
Yeah,
Um,
which makes sense with the children that were kept here.
right.
Uh, yeah, it's right there.
Um,
Rest in
it's
peace.
really hard to like. Okay, am I pointing the right direction? Because like,
Yeah,
yeah, it's like
yeah.
it's the second door on the
Torturer.
right.
I've
It looks like
that's
there's a figure there, and I see like a girl with long hair and a nightgown.
Water.
yeah,
What
that's exactly what I'm saying.
That's like
Ex
some ring bullshit right there. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's freaky. That now those photos are courtesy of,
Closer.
what did I say?
uh, there's the
Mirror
mural, right?
co.uk. Uh, I just found that those pictures fascinating, honestly. And it's
Go
crazy because
away.
I first started looking, I was like, "What am I looking at? I don't understand what I'm looking at." And then I was like, "Oh, that's what I'm looking at. That's interesting."
Caution.
Caution.
Caution. Yeah, I think this is
False.
a place you might have to have caution in.
Might have to, yeah, you might have to exercise a little caution.
Um, well, you wanna go ahead and score this place real quick?
Companion.
Yeah, I think
Or
we
do you
can
got more, Dave?
score it. Do we have any more?
I that's kinda all of what I've got,
I
the
mean, not that
pictures and
that's not
everything.
good. That's some
Yeah.
good.
Hello.
Little
Hello.
lackluster after, the
After our first one,
after our
but I'm just kind of like,
after our, Scare Network TV one.
and we were more sober back then
Yeah,
too.
we
Follow
were more
me.
sober. No, but I like this place when we were talking about it on Instagram when it kinda jumped out at me. The research I did on it
What
made me
happened to
like it
me?
more.
Haunted
Um,
hovel.
what's that?
I found another site. I just want to see if they've got any.
None.
None.
None. Okay.
No, we already talked about nuns. Wrong nun, Dave. We're
Wrong none.
talking about
No,
the
we're talking about like just Sister Mary
No.
Clarence. No.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
huh. Okay. Um, one thing that we did not mention was the room called the flogging room.
Oh,
Blessed.
Yes. I don't think that's a I don't think it's a blessed room. It's
no.
also a well-known spot
Kid.
for noises as well as the apparition of a shirtless man who stands in the room staring at the floor.
Well, that's weird.
Um, it talks about the 13-year-old that hung himself in 1858. His cell is one of the areas of the prison where you can hear disembodied sounds, crying, in this
Ooh,
case coming from the empty cell. The execution chamber is another area of the prison where people have reported a common experience. Visitors have claimed to be overcome with a very strong emotion of distress and sadness when in the area. I kind of talked about that.
Coming to
yeah.
get
Not
me.
to mention hidden, sudden, unexplainable temperature drops,
Ooh, cold spots.
cold spots.
Ooh, yeah.
So that was the only thing that was new that I was
Okay.
able to find on the other thing.
Yeah, I quit doing that. Uh, okay.
But cold spots and I like the apparition of the dude. The flogging room, that's new. That was something. Okay,
Yeah.
so they have a room where they take you and they
Beat
beat
the shit out of you.
beat the holy hell out of you. And there's an apparition of a shirtless man staring at the floor in the room. And I think that's just wicked. But yeah, I
That's
think I'm ready to score it.
okay. Well, let's go ahead and start with this lowdown scoring system you got with copyright pending.
Right.
Copyright pending.
So the residual in this place, I think there's a lot of residual in this place.
Yeah. I think
I think
there's a lot of good residual, like
the
figures walking,
warden.
Amy.
disappearing.
Hello.
Do you think the person who stands there and watches visitors, do you think that's intelligent or residual?
See that's the one I'm a little torn on.
Yeah.
I'm a little
Because
torn on that one
is
because
is the, like
I
is
get
that
this
person
very
like,
voyeuristic vibe from him.
yeah, I'm getting a very like a
Like
very peeping
peepee
tom.
Tom
Yeah.
vibe.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
maybe he
he is
doesn't talk.
literally
I think
like
he's literally like
his head is
if he
moving while watching people, he's a
yeah,
people watcher.
yeah.
Slam. I can't.
So I think I'd rather put him in
I might
more the
I might put him
intelligent
more toward
category.
intelligent. I agree with that.
Radio.
I mean, at
The
first I
shirtless
was like, is
man,
he just standing there staring into one spot?
yeah,
But
that's
I
the
don't think
shirtless
that's
man.
true. It's actually saying that he's watching visitors.
Yes, it says he's watching visitors, not that he's just staring out in one
And
spot.
he's
He's
staring
watching
at
people.
yeah.
He's
So,
a
yeah, I
voyeur.
think that's intelligent. He may not be interacting,
Yeah,
but
I think
I think that dude knows what's
Help
going
me.
on.
I think the shirtless man in the flogging room could
Is
be
residual.
residual.
Yes, I agree with that.
I think the
I think the
warden.
first I think
Haunted.
the warden is residual.
I think he could be residual.
Yeah. Not
Um,
the shadow figure, but they suggested this that large shadow figure might be the warden. I don't think that's the warden.
I don't think it's the warden.
Um, so and then there's
Shovel.
the figure that walks and disappears.
Let's see.
That was on my site.
Aaron.
Or Aaron's site.
Oh no, yeah, no, man walking down, seeing
James.
and disappearing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think he's residual.
I think he's residual.
Yeah, I go with you there.
How do I use it? Close.
So I like the residual
How does
here.
it work?
Yeah.
I think it's a good
You got
score.
the cries for help and stuff.
Call
I
it
think
me.
that's probably
Glam.
residual too.
I think that could very well be
It could be
residual.
residual, especially in death row and stuff. Just
Yeah,
the
Don't.
general cries for help.
yeah, yeah.
The crying that you hear from the boy's cell that killed himself. I think that's
Oh,
probably residual.
residual, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I think the residual is good here.
I think residual good.
Solid.
I'd probably put the residual probably maybe 7 or an 8 in this place.
Yeah, I'm at an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Okay. I was kind of torn between the two, so all right, I'll pick up an 8. I like
And
that.
hell.
Hell.
I bet they felt like hell in here.
Book.
I don't
Cigar. 6.
Okay, so I had 6.
Count.
count, Dave, count.
Oh, you had
Book.
there's that one picture that's an aerial shot. That doesn't look like you displayed it. Did you get a chance to display that or no?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay. I want to show this, and just because we actually did a show last
Other
night.
side.
The occult show. It was a good show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
That was fun.
Attic.
Dave doesn't have an attic. He has a basement.
I have a basement.
I have
I have an attic.
Coming to get me. Help. Closet.
I don't know.
Are you pulling it up or?
Yeah, I got to save it, and then I can drop it down.
Why am I here?
Hopefully to talk to us.
Hope so. Because I wasn't able to save the pic, so I had to do a
Oh, okay.
grab of it.
Oh, yeah. Does that not look like a man
Snake.
with his penis sticking up?
Under.
I'm just-
No, John, that does not look like a penis.
yes, it does. Don't lie to me.
Hashtag prison boner.
I mean, who puts their chimney right in the middle of their?
Hello.
Hello.
They did that shit on purpose.
It's a prison penis. It's
And
we're gonna put the stack right here.
washing.
That's that center part is what they call the circle, right? So, but put the penis aside for a second, and
Where are you?
look at the symbol
Road. Higher.
that you get from the design of the buildings.
Say that one more time.
Look at the symbol. If you look at the actual design of the buildings,
Ooh.
look at the symbol that it seems to create, and tell me if that's not one of the occult symbols that we talked about.
I would have to agree that it is one of the occult symbols that we talked about last night.
Sit down.
Oh,
I have
wow. I like that. Wow. That's interesting.
It's a nice little
Still looks like a man with
moment
his
for us.
penis.
You had to go there. I wasn't even. It was like it wasn't. Okay, penis, it's fine. Why does that look like a man
That's
with
the
a penis?
whole reason I didn't share that picture.
Above.
Because I didn't want to say it. I
You
knew
didn't
I
want
was
to say it. I
going to
knew you.
say it. I knew I was going to say it.
Yellow.
And so
Over
I
here.
was like, okay, I can't share this picture.
Trapped. Where are you?
Oh,
All
but
right.
it does look
Stop.
like one of
Let's
the
go to
skills.
intelligent, which it
All right.
seems that we're both out of.
We're both.
So
So
intelligent haunts, I think there's quite a bit of that too.
I think there's quite a bit of intelligent here.
We think Mr. Peeping
Garden.
Tom.
Peeping
Why?
Tom is
Intelligent.
intelligent. Let's see here.
No. Grandmother.
No, I'm pretty sure he's not a grandmother. Let's see here.
The shadow figures.
Shadow figures.
Where am I? Crime. Second.
I think that's kind of it,
Late.
I think
though.
that's kind of it. I mean, there's stuff. I think there's a chance that
I think
Myth.
there's a
It's
chance,
coming.
there's a chance that the warden is intelligent, but I don't think so.
but yeah, which is why we decided to put him in residual.
Yeah.
The gray figure in the tunnel. That one interests me.
Hello.
Yeah, I think that's
Grandmother.
almost a shadow figure. So
Where
yeah,
am
but I
I?
think that's probably intelligent.
Yeah.
Um,
Whistling.
well, I think that could be residual.
That could be residual.
So whistling and stuff, I think that could be residual. We know objects that are getting thrown and
I was
vanish.
just gonna say, objects
That's
being
gonna
thrown
be
and
like
vanished.
poltergeist activity.
Yeah.
I think
Clean.
I think this is actually gonna be lower than I thought.
Play.
Yeah, I think it's
Clean.
lower than I thought too. I
Recording.
think I'd
I'd
probably
come
put it up to a
5.
6. Okay, you're thinking 5. Okay.
I'm thinking
I was
5.
putting it 2
Died.
points lower than residual, but
Why?
I
I
I
can
can't
see that with the shadow figures, but yeah, no, I'll go 6.
Okay.
I'll go 6.
Where are
I was gonna
you?
say because I can go 5. I don't have a problem
Yeah,
going
no,
5.
I'm red with 6. I wasn't gonna count the shadow figures so much, but they should count.
They should count, even though they're a different category as well. They're still
Yeah.
intelligent.
Yeah, and I
Um,
think that they're when there's a non-human entity or shadow figure or something like that, it needs to be counted twice because that means more for the haunted level because it's intelligent
yeah,
and it's non-human.
yeah,
So,
Kevin.
if our theory of all shadow figures are
Here.
no
non-human,
longer human, I'm going to
no
say
longer human. Okay.
I think that shadow figures could have been
Green.
human at one time, and I think that gray one in the basement is transitioning.
Ooh, that's see,
Okay.
okay. I
Rope.
like that. I like that. Transitioning from a human to a non-human entity. Ooh,
How?
just from the negativity of the place. Oh, that sucks. Poltergeist
Damage.
activity.
This is good.
Oh,
Touch.
dude, we got doors
Door
slamming.
slamming, objects being thrown and
You know,
vanishing in thin air, vanishing in the air.
that's phenomenal.
That's
Uh,
really good.
Jared. Angel.
that's
We got,
twice.
yeah, we got shit disappearing. We got um
Let's see.
yeah, I like it. I
I,
still
I I I think there's a lot. I think it's a lot of a little bit of things, but it's a lot of those little bit of things.
yeah.
If that makes sense. You
Yeah.
got yeah. Cold spots. That's
Oh, that's
manifestation and
kind of
feels.
feels
Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's. Okay. That was you, not me. Okay. So poltergeist
me.
activity. There's not a lot.
Hospital.
Well, there is a lot of it. There's just not a lot of variety of it. Is that what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Clue.
I think that's good. It's the same things. I think there's like 3 major things and they're happening a lot.
Yeah, and in different locations.
and in different locations.
Yeah.
Hello.
Because I mean, not only that, because most ghosts kind of stick to one area, but you've got at least
Where is
one
it?
shadow figure that goes from cell to
Convicted.
cell.
Yes.
Greetings.
So
That's
that's
our
an
next category,
I
but
think I think I'm gonna go 7 for the poltergeist activity.
I'm kind of with you there because how much and how
Don't
frequently it's
leave.
happening.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, one report of this. I'm like, no, people are seeing objects being thrown at them all over the prison. They're
Yeah,
like, and stuff
and
disappearing, and then people are like,
fucking
oh,
thing here.
yeah, we're doors slamming all over like
Bless.
C wing
Yeah,
and D
C
wing.
wing, B wing, D wing, door
Yeah,
slamming
I
everywhere.
like you.
yeah. I mean, we don't know if that's the same entity doing it, but it's happening all over the prison. It's not just
Yeah,
located in one area.
yeah,
And I think that's important. So we're gonna go 7.
Sailor.
yeah.
Right?
I like that. Yep, I like a 7.
Okay.
So
Non-human.
non-human.
We've got
This,
we've got 2 in particular. We've got the we've got the large shadow figure which moves from cell to cell,
Denise.
and we
Kurt.
got the
the
other
one that
shadow
likes to
figures
lurk
that
in
are
the
in the corners. Yeah.
yeah, and then you got the transitioner.
You got the gray one, which could be transitioning to non-human.
I like that. I might call him the transitioner,
Yeah.
Vincent.
where he kind of fits both categories between human and non-human.
Yeah. And intelligent also.
Intelligent. So I like the non-human
Hell.
aspect here.
Yeah.
Speak.
Are we being yeah, we're being touched.
Yeah.
Drowned.
I don't know if we're being drowned, but we're being touched. Stuff's happening. There's non-human stuff. There's all the feelings of, sadness and
Yeah.
dread, stuff like that. So I like that too. Um,
Yeah, I like the non-human here. I think the non-human is actually scarier than what
James.
we're kind of leading on to be, especially with that one that's moving from
Daughter.
cell to cell.
yeah.
Hi.
I believe that that's the one that's slamming the doors.
Yeah, and the fact that if we're talking about the gray being transitioning, the fact that the negativity in this place is to the point where it's transforming something into a shadow figure, and
Mhm.
we're getting to see this transformation
Yeah.
in
Because
the
Attic.
gray.
because they talk about like Lady in Gray and things like that. That's not what we're talking about here. This
No,
is a
a
gray
gray shadow
figure,
figure.
a gray shadow
Yeah,
figure. It's something, yeah, that I
that's
could be wrong,
crazy.
but it seems like this is like I said, it's a gray area. So it's
Suffocate.
I think this entity is
Or meet me
transitioning
here.
I
into a
Protect.
full non-human shadow figure.
Movie.
it would you score this equal to or higher than the poltergeist
Asshole.
activity?
I,
God damn it, I'm not listening.
Aroused.
not paying attention, so it's gonna give me
Sorry. I'm sorry. Don't tell me you're
oh,
aroused over
Here.
here.
right there, 6 or 7.
I hear you.
I hear you too. 6 or 7? I was thinking 7 on the
Yeah,
non-human.
I'm down with 7.
Okay.
Okay,
The
history.
history of this place.
Interesting. Open for 150 years. Just the nature of the types of criminals that were there, men, women, and children. The fact that it is continuing to have history because it's
Yes.
now open as a venue for concerts and stuff. There's a restaurant, things like that. I think the paranormal activity is not just going to continue, but it's going to get worse,
Yeah, I think it's gonna get worse. Um,
which I think is part of
I
the reason why that entity is transitioning into a
25,000 people being here. Yeah, we got a camera going. 25,000 people here, 17
Spirit.
hangings,
Liar.
including the historical last hanging in the country of Ireland.
yeah.
I think that's a big prominent historical fact at this place.
Don't leave.
We won't leave. This is our place. Um. So history wise, I think I'm right around an 8.
I was thinking 8. That's exactly what I was thinking at
Yeah.
is 8 here. I like an 8. Oh, Here's a good one, Dave. Manifestations.
Okay. I've got to give special props to the manifestation of the hangman's rope.
Dude,
I think that's awesome.
the
I mean,
hangman's rope.
you know, the shadow figures, the gray figure, that's all good. The apparition of the
Coming
the
to get me.
Tom,
Convicted.
what is it?
Convicted, yeah.
The creepy bastard.
Yeah.
Uncle.
And
The
then there's
shirtless
the one
guy.
just running down the shirtless guy with his head down,
Crime.
person running down and disappearing.
Yeah.
I think those are all good manifestations, but it's that rope. It's the
rope.
hangman's rope
Who?
that appears. And when it appears, it gives people feelings of fear.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so down for that.
So I'm kind of sitting at like a 9 at this place for manifestations.
I hear you.
So much.
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting at an 8, but I'm seeing your 9.
Purgatory.
Let me see something.
What
Let me
date
see
is
something.
it?
I want to look at something.
In danger.
Okay. I like an 8. I like an 8.
Neil.
I had to look at something.
I know what you looked at because I
Yeah.
looked at it too.
I like an 8. I like an 8.
Night.
So audio, there is a lot.
Harm.
A lot of audio here.
I'm blowing kisses to my
I
granddaughter.
see that.
Married.
Oh, you got it? Yeah, you got it. Okay. Bedtime.
Maybe.
No.
What is the date?
No.
No.
But
What's
thank you.
that?
Yeah. No, thank you.
Brother. Here.
Yeah. Did you block that, or are you gonna do anything?
Doesn't give me the option to.
I know. Maybe it's because it's coming off of Twitch.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
True.
Manny.
We're good with what we got.
Yeah. Audio is phenomenal in this location. There's tons of audio here with people moaning,
crying, calling
crying,
for help,
sighing, coughing,
door
whistling,
slamming,
door slamming,
the footsteps of the warden.
footsteps. There's a lot of audio here.
I'm kind of digging on the audio here.
Like I think the audio here is kind of at that 9 level. It's just everywhere. It is literally everywhere.
Leave here.
Yeah.
The tunnel, every single wing. You got the crying boy in the flogging room. You got it's everywhere.
Yeah. Ghost Hunters had several recordings on camcorder and digital voice recorder of a man's groan, sigh, cough, and whistling.
Yeah.
So that was caught.
Yeah. Whether it be on the camcorder or a digital recorder, they caught it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot.
We got that face in the coffin picture too.
Oh, the face in the coffin picture, but that's manifestation.
That's manifestation. Does that change that to a 9, or do we leave it as an 8?
Dog.
But yeah, I'm down with a 9 for audio. I
think the audio is definitely a 9.
I completely agree with that.
Oh.
Arthur.
Again with my son's name. Okay. So while you think about manifestation, let's go to the feels.
Okay.
So we have the
one, you're already being touched.
There's already touching. There's touching, pushing, stuff like that. Pulling uneasy feelings,
stress,
feelings of fear
sadness.
when you see the hangman's rope, feelings of sadness when you're in the drop room.
Oh, cold spots. We didn't think about cold spots with the manifestations.
Yeah. Well, we put that with feels. 'Cause that's
Okay.
temperature drops. We put that with the feels.
Okay.
No
All
thanks.
right. Okay.
So I like it. So the touching is automatically at a 5. Considering all the other stuff that we have, most of it is emotional. There's no smells.
No, I'm not saying
Doom.
smells
I'm not.
anywhere.
I'm not seeing smells.
Protect.
Um, so
In danger.
gosh, I think with the
Don't go
emotions
there.
and stuff, you get fear, you get dread, you get sadness. Those are kind of
Hello.
that's the trifecta. So I think I'm gonna go 7,
Yeah, you got the watch, you got the distress, you got
maybe 8. I
touch.
might be able to go toward an 8.
I think you almost have to go an 8 with how much
Yeah.
emotional feeling that you get, plus the
I just
top of
love
being
when
touched.
the hangman's rope appears, like
Shine.
That's
fear
a huge.
fear follows that.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 8. I think I have to go 8 here.
And then you got when you go into the drop room, you get the sadness.
Oh, yeah.
When you go into the D wing, where you go into the rubber room,
Yeah.
you get the feeling like you're being watched.
Yeah.
And then you go into what is it? C
Flog
wing,
yeah, in the
where you
flogging
get the
area,
flogging room and you feel like you're
sadness, yeah.
sadness and stuff. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm a
The
good
cold
8.
spots, 8, yeah. I think
You
it
know,
might
cold
be
spots, yeah. Objects,
objects.
solid. We got we had objects moving, got objects vanishing, we got touching. I did not see anything about electrical or anything like that.
No, nothing electrical here on this one.
Um, I think, gosh, we are like, our lowest score is a 6, and I think
Yeah, we got doors slamming everywhere.
we got doors slamming, objects moving, objects vanishing. I
Yeah.
like the objects vanishing in midair.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah,
Sister. Love.
I think objects I like objects here.
yeah. I'm in that solid area, 6, 7, 8 area.
I I'm thinking 7. I'm
Yeah,
thinking 7 is what I'm thinking.
yeah.
Hot.
I like 7. And no, I don't think the gray figure or the gray the face
Where is it?
picture in the
Other
coffin
side.
brings me up
Bless.
to that 9 level.
Okay, I'm down for that.
Uh,
I haven't changed mine, so I'm
yeah.
with
No,
Am
I
I
think
dead?
8 is still good there. Uh, the danger level here. You're
interesting.
you're touching me and you're throwing shit at me.
Yeah, you're touching, you're throwing shit.
Tap.
At least 2 shadow
Hello.
figures, which I think is dangerous too.
Yeah.
Again, I think it's a
Amen.
solid score.
Yeah.
We got to
Uh,
go at least a 5. So yeah, I think I'm going to throw another 7 at
Don't
this.
leave.
I was thinking 7 here too. I was
Yeah.
thinking 7 here too. Wow.
Coffin. Throat.
Wow.
Why did you come? Don't go there.
75?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow. Oh, wow. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my god.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I honestly thought after the research this would be our lowest one for like the night.
Ethan.
I don't think so.
What is the date?
I
Am
think
I
the
a
next site
ghost?
is going to be our lowest site.
You think the next site will be our lowest site?
Yep.
Ooh, that's interesting. That's
Book.
interesting.
Doomed.
Well, speaking of which, our next site. So Crumlin Road Gal is a 75. That's interesting. I like that. Our next site, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk Leap
We're going to talk
Castle.
Castle.
Leap Castle. So
Which Leap Castle is voted the most haunted place in Ireland.
It's actually considered the most haunted castle in the world.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk Leap Castle when we come back. Give us about 5-10 minutes to pee, smoke.
Give him 10,
grab
give me
water.
5.
Yeah, give me 10, give him 5. He pees like a shotgun.
I pee, I just don't have to get nicotine. So
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So enjoy the creepy music.
Basement.
We'll be right back.
Stop.
Starting now.
Not.
All right. We're just getting
Cemetery. Stop. Harm. Crazy.
Oh yeah. So exciting things happening, folks. Scare Network Television. Of course, the new season 3, where the theme is going to be either states or countries. So it's going to be a great new season here for us. Here comes Dave. Uh, looks like he got to eat a sandwich.
What is the date?
And he is ready to go. So let's go ahead
Horrible.
and kick
Yeah.
this off.
I didn't get to have my dinner because we did that episode for Scare Network TV, and I'm like, I need to eat something because
Psychic.
yes, it's very much affecting my
Inebriation level.
my inebriation level was skyrocketing because I had not had food. So nice first spot 75. That's a good start, bro.
That's a good start. That's a good start.
Guide.
That's you, not me. Oh man.
I see you.
That was you.
Like.
I like to say I see you too, but I don't see you. So now we're going to talk about Leap Castle. Now this place was built back in like 1250 AD. That's old. By what was it? By the O'Bannon clan?
Home.
This place, it was what?
By Connor McLeod of the Clan McLeod, I think.
There can only
No.
be one. Every time I think of that movie, the one line that pops out in my head is when who's the bad guy?
Brother. Hurting.
Who's the bad guy in that movie? Oh,
I know that Scott
Apologize.
trying to think of his name.
Clancy Brown.
Was that
The actor's name is Clancy Brown.
Clancy Brown? Okay.
Vincent.
When he's in the hotel
7.
room and the hooker walks in,
Make
she's
a
like, "Hi,
noise.
I'm Candy," and he
Tombstone.
goes, "I bet you are."
Yes.
My baby.
I like it when he steals the car, he rips the top off the car and he throws the old guy out and he gets in the car and he drives and the old woman's in there with him and
Speak.
he leans in and he goes, "Mom." Oh, and it's like screaming and she's hanging off the car and he's driving down the road. God, that movie is so badass.
I love that
Flashlight.
movie. I do love that
Yeah.
movie.
Oh man, I love that, and I got the 4K steelbook of that,
Oh,
and I double dipped on it too. I got the
Are you
one
okay?
from the UK and I got the US one,
oh,
and yeah, they're both awesome.
what's the differences between the two?
Well, not much as far as the movies can. I mean, not much as far as the disc is concerned or the transfer because it's 4K,
They're here.
but the actual steelbook itself
Oh,
is different.
I like that.
Right?
That's nice.
So this is the American one,
Okay,
right?
I would have thought that would have been the one from the UK.
No,
Honestly.
that's the American one. That's from Lionsgate. And then
No thanks.
I know.
What do I do?
So then this is the UK one, and
Oh
you can
wow.
tell by the 15s
Yeah.
on the thing because that's how they do their rating system. But it's the inside art on here
Oh wow.
that's really cool. That's my favorite
Wow.
part of these ones.
You
It's
just dropped the
coming.
disc.
I just dropped the disc.
What the hell, Dave? You a rookie over there?
Committed the most heinous of crimes. Now I gotta.
Dave.
Am
You
I
know
dead?
that party foul when you spill your drink and you're like, "Damn."
Yeah, that's not.
That's how I feel right now.
Oh,
Oh, dang it.
you put it back in the wrong spot.
No, I put it in the right spot. I just left the J card out. J card.
Uh,
But it turns out the actual transfer, the 4K transfer, is done by the same company, Studio Canal.
oh,
Um,
okay.
but Zavvi designed that steelbook in the UK, and then Lionsgate designed this
Hurting.
one. And
Studio
here's
Canal, that's a good studio.
yeah, they do some really good transfers. So, but this is the
Oh,
Lionsgate one, and
okay, yeah.
it's really nice looking. But yeah, I
Nice.
really like this, so I bought it twice.
Asylum. Soon.
Yes, I do belong in asylum.
Sleep Castle.
Castle.
Always.
Not to be confused with Glenfinnan, but wow. Oh, that's the dude.
What
Okay.
should I do? Olivia.
Well, just kind of hang out and talk to us.
What, 1557? The O'Carrolls claimed it.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah, Leap Castle is said to be one of the longest continually inhabited castles in Ireland.
Yeah.
It's located in Coolderry County. Some report that to it have been built around
Farther.
1250. Other reports state it was possibly built in the 15th century by the O'Bannon clan.
Yeah.
The original name being Liam Uibannen, or
Yeah.
Leap of the O'Bannons.
Yeah, Leap of the O'Bannons, which is Leap Castle.
Right. The name came about from the legend that two O'Bannon brothers leapt from a rocky outcrop where the castle was to be built. The survivor would get to rule the clan and build the castle. Leap Castle may date back further than this, however, as there is evidence to suggest that there was another ancient stone structure prior to that.
Yes.
The area had been occupied since the Iron Age or even earlier.
Yeah, BC.
Yeah. It is also said to have been used by the Druids for ceremonial purposes.
Yeah.
The O'Bannons were a wealthy clan and secondary chieftains to the ruling O'Carroll clan, who
Yes.
already had a long history of aggression and bloodshed.
Yes.
In 1513, there was a recorded attempt by the Earl of Kildare to seize the castle. The attempt failed, but another attempt 3 years later was more successful, but partially demolished the castle in the process. By 1557, the O'Carrolls reigned possession of it and ruled Leap Castle, using it as their principal stronghold.
Yes. And they kept it until what, 1658 when the Darbies took control of it?
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, by this time there were already problems starting with the clan. When Mulrooney O'Carroll, the clan chieftain, passed away, his two sons, Thaddeus and Teague, started a bitter battle for power. The feud culminated in Teague bursting into the room now known as the Bloody
The
Chapel,
Bloody Chapel.
where his brother, a priest, was giving a sermon to members of their family. He drove his sword through his brother, and family members watched him die as he lay mortally wounded across the altar.
Yeah.
Teague eventually got his comeuppance and was later killed by his cousin, Cahir O'Carroll.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, the next owners of the Leap Castle were the Darby family, came into possession of the castle through marriage.
Yeah, and then you had Mildred Darby, the wife
Hello.
who regularly held seances in the castle.
Yeah, she was
Which is
greatly
kind of the
intrigued. She was
start.
intrigued by the paranormal, and
Yeah.
she later wrote Gothic novels.
Yeah. And then that's kind of when
about
all
the
the
castle.
paranormal activity started.
Yeah.
This is back in 1658. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then 1922, the castle was burned down
Yeah.
in
Because
the Irish Civil War.
yeah, mainly because the Darby family were English.
Yeah. Yes.
Leap Castle became a target for the IRA.
Yes.
So yeah, the Darby family abandoned Leap Castle to the fate of being bombed and looted.
Yes.
The IRA even took the domesticated peacocks and hung them from hooks along the top of the tower.
Who is he?
That's messed up.
Yeah.
This is messed up.
Leap Castle fell into complete ruin and remained empty until the 70s when an ancestor of the original O'Bannons, Peter Bartlett, purchased it.
Yeah, back in 1974.
Yeah. Although he did manage to get restoration work done, he passed away shortly after. And 2 years after his son Ryan, after this, Sean Ryan, I think it's Sean, not son.
Yeah,
Leap
Sean
Castle,
Ryan.
yeah, Leap Castle's present owner purchased it.
Yeah, he bought it in 1991.
Yeah. He continues passionate work of restoring the vital part of Ireland's history today.
And so, yeah, he still owns it. He's a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still owns it. Now, this place has actually been visited by the Scariest Places on Earth, Ghost Hunters International, Ghost Adventures. Lots of different paranormal groups have gone here and investigated this place.
Shelf.
This is an interesting place. I think I
How
think
many?
it's going to score higher than what you
Am I
think.
dead?
Okay, let's see. I don't see the variety that we want. Is
Okay.
what I was saying. But let's see if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy.
All right. So I'm just going to start with the Bloody Chapel. So you have
Dark.
where are we at? Where are we at? You have lights coming
Rich.
from the windows in the Bloody Chapel.
Light.
For some reason, when there should be no lights, I should say.
Disrespectful.
Smell of burning rubber coming from there. Then you have the actual apparition of the priest.
Yeah, the ghost of Thaddeus has been reported.
And
And he
here's the
paces the
big one.
chapel and some of
Yeah.
the rooms below.
Here's the big one. Something heavy that lies on people's beds with them to where they feel them laying down and touching them and starts snoring.
Stop
Damn,
recording.
ghost was sleep apnea. I don't know.
Yeah. And then you have a monk that walks in one window and walks out a whole other window across the room. That's weird because I mean, why a window? Well, there's no stairs, there's no rooms there. It comes through a window, goes across the room and walks out another window.
Hmm.
Like if there was
Satan. Peace.
Like if there was Satan.
I am in pain.
Okay.
Ritual. Run away.
Hmm.
Am I dead?
And-
Yeah, I'm gonna go with yeah.
And then
Spirit.
there's a person who actually has a spirit encounter where the spirit has
What?
what's the lustreless, is that the word I'm looking for? Lustrous eyes, half decomposed, that looked incredibly foul, staring dead into their eyes, and then walks up and gets
Liar.
really close to their face where they can
Talk with me.
smell this horrible decaying smell from this thing.
Sin.
Then you have Emily and Charlotte,
No.
who are two little girls that love
Portal.
playing in the main hall of this place.
Today.
There's actually a sighting of Emily, one of the girls, falling from the the what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say wall. That's not the right word I'm looking for, but falling from super up high up by the strongholds area and disappearing before she actually hits the ground.
Hmm.
And then Charlotte is seen with dragging her leg in tow.
Portal.
And then there's a murdered woman from the 1500s spotted with little clothing on and screams 2 times
Portal.
and disappears.
Are you a friend?
Then you have the governess and the old
Dining.
man. Now, the
Criminal.
governess is also called the nanny because she's also seen looking over the two girls, Emily and Charlotte. And then the old man is also seen a lot sitting down in a chair, but they're seen
Mirror. Why?
everywhere, though, like not just in those specific locations.
Blood.
And here's the weird one. Here's the weird one. You have a red lady. She basically wears a nice little red dress. She putting on the red light, but she's she's been seen
What
for
happened to me?
centuries. Tall, lean. She carries a dagger with her
Dead.
hand raised menacingly.
Yes. Rushes it.
And then we talk. Well, you spoke about the
Agreed.
druids. There actually is an elemental
Yes.
scene here.
Yes.
that like is menacing and
Other side.
sinister, but
Dodge.
only comes out when provoked. So I mean that's just a little bit of information that I found.
Back. Jesse, I'm lost.
I'm sorry, Jesse. so yeah. So there's yeah, they talk about many have reported everything from a
Ceremony.
child through the now famous elemental.
Torturer.
I guess that one was mine. So it says the Ocaro's ruthlessness and murderous
Kathy,
ways would
I'm
probably
coming.
be a good,
Don't go
good
there.
candidate. The ghost of Thaddeus has been reported to still pace the bloody chapel and some of the rooms below, but Thaddeus
do I
wasn't the
do?
only death in the castle. The McMahon family, for instance,
They're
had been
here.
invited to a celebratory feast after defeating
Cold.
a mutual enemy clan. For whatever reason, the O'Carrolls decided to poison their guests
Wow.
during what should have been
Look.
a victory celebration. The same fate happened to some of the O'Neill clan. In the 1920s, an oubliette
Threat.
hidden behind the wall of the Bloody Chapel was discovered during renovations.
Hardened.
It may show that the O'Carrolls had a hand in many more deaths. Skeletons impaled on spikes were found
you from
lying
here.
at the base of the oubliette.
Oh wow.
Enough human remains were brought out to fill 3 carts. However, it was also said that a pocket watch from the mid 1800s was also found.
Oh damn. So
Home.
that'd be the Darbies.
Yeah. In the era of the Darbys, Captain Darby had amassed quite a wealth, and legend has it that he had hid treasures around the property. Anyway, the oubliette, that was supposed to be like store food and stuff.
Yeah.
They used it as a dungeon.
Jesus.
So eventually, going back to the Darbys, eventually the wild captain was arrested for treason and incarcerated in Dublin.
Yes.
During his imprisonment, he was driven insane, and once released, tried to find his treasures only to have forgotten where he buried them. His
Oh, wow.
ghost is said to be roaming the castle grounds looking for his lost treasure.
Oh damn.
Continuing with the Darbys, when Jonathan and Mildred Darby took over Leap Castle, they were very intrigued with the legend and tales of their home and enjoyed dabbling in the occult. They regularly held seances, and Mildred went to become a gothic novelist. We talked about that.
Yeah.
The most famous of the spirits in Leap Castle is the Elemental. Its appearance is said to have a decomposing face and comes with an equally
go
rotting
there.
smell. Nobody is sure where it originated from, but stories are being told from early
Another
on.
room. Watching.
Oh, now see, I read that the elemental and the
Yes.
Yeah,
that
they think that the
Dress.
elemental was put there by the druids to protect the land.
that makes sense.
Hunger.
They also think that the Earl of Kildare placed it there to help them take the castle from the inside.
Oh, from back when it was still the O'Bannons.
Yeah,
Oof.
because rumors say that the Earl of Kildare was a man of magic.
Friend.
Kildare, the Earl of
Or
Kildare.
maybe, and they also speculate that Mildred may have summoned the elemental during one of her rituals.
So a lot of different speculation of where
A
the
lot of
element
different speculation. No real proof.
Do not.
But there's a paranormal group called Haunted Horizons that went to Leap Castle.
Fight.
Okay.
And because Sean Ryan was like, "Oh yeah, go ahead." So after the initial exploration, they went into the dining hall. Things started to kick up almost immediately, and on their Ovulus, the first words to come out included elemental.
Oh.
Strange timing and location, maybe, but certainly got their attention. The unusual timing was accompanied by REM pods and flashing cat balls that were activating while initially setting up. On watching the video back, there were 2 points where they seemed to have captured a guttural male voice.
Ooh.
Maybe.
One appears to be mimicking the word ball on referencing the cat balls.
Interesting.
They were startled at the sound of footsteps running. They heard footsteps running in the area, running toward them. And it was captured on video. At the
Ooh.
time the footsteps were heard, the Ovulus spat out 2 more words, horrible and reveal. That went along with the elemental one. Let's see. They had no further EVPs or ghost, and the ghost box were quiet after that. They did, however, hear strange bangs behind them. One was loud enough to make them jump and become uneasy.
Ooh.
Rest in peace.
Thank you. At the same time, some of the equipment triggered again.
Kevin.
Nothing was willing to talk, and then they went to the Bloody Chapel.
What should I do?
And then, once again, their equipment, was triggered once they got into the Bloody Chapel, but no EVPs were reported. They did a headphone experiment in the
Boat.
oubliette.
Okay.
And said they got some interesting responses on that, but nothing mind-blowing. It looks like that was it for the investigation. So that was one of the investigations. I didn't want to do one of the famous ones, but I wanted to call out Haunted Horizons because they went there, and I got like their whole article on what they discovered and what they found. So
Oh, nice.
I thought that was pretty cool.
That's cool.
Start.
Keep
recording.
We're gonna do that. So let's see. Okay, that's a tall. Okay, so guests of the Darbys were terrified by an apparition of a tall woman dressed in a red gown. This is what you were talking about.
Yeah.
She appears with right hand raised in a menacing gesture as though ready to strike with a weapon. She is thought to be the ghost of an O'Carroll princess murdered centuries earlier.
Yeah.
Lady of the Night.
There you go.
Oh, that was yours too.
Mansion.
So elemental, or the thing as they call it, is a foul smelling, horrid apparition that seems to be half human, half elemental.
Mhm.
It appears on the tower stairs. The thing is thought to be a thought form created by the violence and gruesome deaths that took place in the castle over many years.
Close.
It's another interesting
Take
thought.
on the elemental.
Yeah, another interesting take on what the elemental is. And that it's a half elemental, half human. I think that's interesting too.
Oh shit. Oh, got a headache for saying.
Peter Gerard's mother, Louise Ashby, was a friend of Cicely O'Carroll Darby and was once invited to stay overnight in Leap Castle after a dance.
Behind you.
She was uncomfortable the entire night and felt as though someone or something was hovering at the end of her bed.
Ooh.
So I think this elemental creature is awesome. But
There's
like
a
I
lot
said,
Do not.
I'm not getting. I know. I'm not getting the feeling of the variety. I think there's definitely a danger here.
Okay. All right. I kind of see what you're saying.
God.
Yeah. Wanna
Yeah. Let's score
shall we
this.
score this guy?
Yeah.
So
residual.
residual. I think Thaddeus is residual.
That's the priest.
That's the priest, the brother.
Yeah.
Because he just kind of paces back and forth.
Yeah. And then you got I don't know if the priest and the monk are two separate entities.
That's a good question.
Because why would one call it a? Why would you call it a priest and a monk in the same?
But I think that's residual.
Lady of the Night.
Probably.
The monk is definitely residual.
Yeah.
Why did you come?
I think the priest is definitely residual.
Yes.
I mean, I just don't know if they're one and the same or if we're looking at two different residual entities here.
Okay. The red lady is not. I think the lady in the red gown is intelligent.
I think she's intelligent. The
Yeah.
elemental's intelligent.
Do we have the ghost of Captain Darby is looking for his treasure? I think that's probably residual too.
I think that's residual. Emily and
What?
Charlotte playing. I think I think they're both. I think
Mary.
her falling and the other one dragging their leg is a residual part, but they're also playing in the main hall, which I think could be an intelligent thing.
Yeah, or do you think that could be another residual?
Another residual scar of them playing in the hall?
Yeah, something of them, because you have one of the sadness of the falling and all that, and then you have the
Yeah.
one of them
Who
being
is
happy
he?
together.
That's David.
Statue.
So
And
then you
I'm not so sure that that's intelligent.
yeah, so you'd put the governess and the old man as residual as well.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. What about the murdered woman with little clothing that screams twice and disappears?
I think that's residual.
Residual. And the spirit encounter with the lustrous eyes and half decomposed, that is actually the elemental.
I think that's the elemental, and that's intelligent. So
That's a lot of
the
residual.
I think the residual is high here.
That's a lot of residual.
Yeah.
Like a lot of residual energy going on.
Yeah, I mean 9 or 10
Yeah,
residual.
I was thinking 9.
Yeah.
That's kinda where I was going with it.
Yeah. I'm totally down with a 9. I don't think intelligent is that high, but
I don't think it's a high.
I think
it's
it's
a good
significant.
intelligent,
Yeah.
but it's not a high
We
intelligent. I think
definitely have one for sure non-human.
we have a non-human intelligent, and then we also have the red
Leave me
lady,
alone.
We have
an
the
intelligent.
lady in the red gown.
Yeah.
But I mean, because there's only the 2, I'm gonna give an extra bonus to the
Be
elemental,
careful. Graveyard.
but I can't put that higher than a 5.
No. Who do you think's talking about the EVP ball? Like that the voice that came through?
Sink.
That guttural voice that said ball, I don't know.
Yeah.
Could that have been the elemental?
I guess it could have been.
Especially since it was a guttural voice and it did all
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
I think that could have been the elemental.
I think I'm
Slam.
with you. I think the intelligence, I don't think I could go above
Devil.
5.
Here we go.
Strong, David said you're strong.
That's right. Muy fuerte.
Muy fuerte. So, okay, I'll go with 5 on that.
Yeah.
Cable.
Poltergeist activity. Not a lot here.
Stressed.
No.
What's
Not a lot.
up with the smell of burning rubber? I don't understand that.
I don't understand that either, considering
Well,
the
you got the
sign here.
lighting coming from the windows.
Yeah, I don't think
guess that's
that's
a little
not poltergeist.
poltergeist.
That's
Roof.
I don't think that's poltergeist. I think that's orbs. I think that's manifestation.
Manifestation?
Yeah.
Okay.
But as far as poltergeist, there's nothing's being moved. I think
No.
the heavy feeling on the bed, maybe. I
Ooh,
think
what
that
about
might
the
be. I think that
snoring
might
guy?
count. Yeah, the Mr. Snoring guy. I think that could be counted as poltergeist activity. But I think that's it.
Norma.
You think
I don't think anything's being thrown. I don't see
No.
objects moving. I don't hear
No, I think
doors
it's a little
slamming.
slower.
I don't see
Living room.
nope. Not even living room.
Seance, yeah, she used to do seances here.
She used to do
Okay,
seances. She wrote gothic novels.
Yeah, I
Um,
think I'm with you. There's not a lot of poltergeist activity here.
yeah.
Like, we're
2?
yeah. I was like, maybe a 3?
Yeah, I'm kind of at a 2 and I'm kind of pushing it, but I'm
Yeah. No, I like 2.
I think non-human, because we've got the elemental,
We got the elemental.
but that's a good one, but it's the only one.
It's the
So
only
Fly.
one. There's no shadow figures.
there's no
There's
shadow
no
figures.
demonic
There's
cats
no
or
demonic
anything.
cats or horses or dogs or
Horses or
geese.
dogs.
Um,
There's no
the
yeah.
elemental is a nasty, I think.
He's a nasty. But
He's a
that
nasty,
that'll fall into the danger category, not the
yeah.
non-human categories. This is
But
really literally the
Royal.
still,
only
it's the
non-human.
only one.
Michael.
I mean, he's a strong one. I'd
He's
probably put him
strong.
at a 3.
Yeah, I was gonna go 4, but yeah, I was kind of highballing it at 4.
I'm thinking 3.
Yeah.
So what do you think? 3?
Do we 3 or 3.5 that?
3 That's 3.5. You're thinking 4, I was thinking 3. 3.5. Now the history of the place is freaking
10.
amazing.
10. History's a 10.
Yeah.
Goes back to 1250.
Yeah.
10. And
How many
even
times it
before, if it
changed
goes back to the
hands?
Iron Age,
Yeah.
10.
Murdered.
Yeah. All the murder.
All the
The
murder, yeah,
changing
all the
hands,
murder,
the
the
battles,
wars, the changing
Irish Civil War.
hands, and
Yeah.
the clans that feuded and
Yeah.
stuff over this place. Dude, great history.
Now manifestations.
Manifestations are good. We got the light. We got the elemental. We got the red gown.
You got
Lady in the
countless
red gown. You got
manifestations.
Thaddeus and the monk.
Yeah. You got Emily
Okay.
Scarlet. You got the governess and the old man. You got lady in white. You got
Is there a lady in white or the lady in red?
red lady. That's what I meant.
Yes, lady in red.
You got the
Dancing
Apologize.
with
the
me.
half naked woman
Attic.
yelling at you, and disappearing.
I mean,
The murdered woman from 1500 spotted with little clothing.
yeah,
There's a lot of manifestation here.
yeah. It's different, and there's a couple different types. But as far as like apparitions, there's a lot of apparitions.
Yeah.
So I think I'm right around the residual mark. I'm like 9 or 10.
43.
I was thinking still 9. I mean,
Yeah.
I
I'm not.
mean, it might be worthy of a 10. I mean,
Right.
there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of manifestation going on.
Yeah.
This might be a 10 worthy. With
That's
how
what-
many?
That's what I'm thinking. Even though, I mean, most of it.
Whether it be residual or not, you have the elemental, you got the red lady, the governess and the
Red
old
lady, the half
the
naked
murdered woman, half
Danger.
and you got the
the
you know
2
what? I'm
girls.
gonna go 10 because we have the
Yeah.
2 different manifestations of the girls.
Yeah.
Kevin.
And multiple different manifestations of the governess and the old man. They're seen separately and they're seen with the girls.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
go 10.
Audio. Well,
There a
you
lot of
got
audio?
the EVPs, you
Got
got
the EVPs,
footsteps,
you got that guttural thing, the footsteps.
strange bangs.
Yeah. Not
Alice.
not a whole lot, but it's not horrible.
No, not horrible.
I mean,
You got the
EVPs
screaming
don't give as
lady.
much as actually like full on hearing it.
Yeah. You got the
Uh,
screaming lady. Yeah, that's kinda it. I'd probably 7.
MIA ghost.
Yeah,
I'm good.
probably.
I'm good with that. I think a 7's good. Okay.
So feels you got the smelling of burning rubber. Should that be a manifestation?
No, that's a feel. That's a
That's a
Why
smell.
am I
feel, right?
here?
The smell?
That's a sense. Anything that has to do with senses
Yeah.
it goes under feels.
You got the dude laying down and actually touching you and snoring.
Below.
Yeah. And that kind of goes with the audio too, but I'll just keep that as a 7 still.
Yeah.
But that's the only like
Deep.
physical touching.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any emotional stuff? I don't get the sense of anybody like feeling dread or being watched, right?
Maybe a little fear from the red lady.
The red lady, that's the only
Yeah,
thing. Like
and
when
the
she rushes you,
elemental.
Backward.
You got
Why
the lady
am I
with the
here?
elemental with
the
Stroke.
the
elemental, and you got
horrible
his
smell.
smell of rotting flesh or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Garden.
The fear that she had seeing that dude stare directly into her eyes when she saw it.
yeah, I don't think I'm over a 5 here.
No, I was thinking right around 5, 4 or 5 is kind of
Yeah,
where I
I'm
was
thinking
going.
4 or 5. Let's go 4.5.
4.5. Objects.
Objects? There's not much
There's
poltergeist
not
activity,
much
so
poltergeist
not
activity.
much
There's
not much objects, just the bed, sinking in the bed.
sinking in the bed. That's about it.
That's it. 2?
Here.
3?
2. I'd go 2.
Yeah, 2. Danger level. The danger level here, I think we've got a little bit of the woman in the red that rushes you with the knife. That's a
Yeah.
little bit,
I
but she's
No,
not physically interacting. I think the elemental is the big danger here.
Elemental's the big danger, and it does say only comes out when provoked.
Yeah. So if you go there with the intent of provoking something,
Yeah,
this
menacing and
this
sinister, and only
this dude will
comes out
come
when
at you.
provoked. So, I mean, can the danger level be high? Yes, it has that potential dealing with an
I think
elemental.
it can be high, but only if you fuck up and you decide that you want to provoke it.
Yeah, but if you're going in there with good intent
Big.
and just want to do some investigating and see what's going on, I think you'd be
Kill.
okay.
Yeah.
And so I'd have to put the danger. I mean, there's the touching with the dude in the bed.
The touching is generally automatically a 5.
Yeah,
But
but I
Don't
don't
go
think I'd
there.
go higher than a
I don't
5.
think I'd go higher. I might go 6, but if it's maybe a 6, then it's probably a 5.
Yeah, I'm still at a 5. You're right. This place did not score
Water.
as well as I thought it would.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I like it. I just don't think the variety is there. For
58?
Yep.
Run.
Yeah. Yeah, the variety's not there, and I mean, a lot of residual, a lot of manifestation, good history, but everything else is kinda a little lackluster. Yeah. Got a little overexcited when I was reading about it.
Well, you know, it is what it is, bro.
Oh. So we got one more
Sinner.
spot.
And we're going back to prison.
We're going back
Other
to
side.
prison.
Devil. Don't
Kilmainham.
leave. Boring.
Kilmainham Gal
Mhm.
is our last spot we're gonna talk about tonight.
Farther.
I think this is another good one though.
Mhm.
I could be wrong. I was wrong about Leap Castle.
Yeah, I don't know if this is
You're
gonna
more.
I don't know if this is gonna be higher than Crumlin, but I think it's gonna be higher than Leap Castle.
I don't think it'll be as high as Crumlin. And I think it'll be higher than Leap Castle. This is gonna be an interesting spot.
Yeah.
Ugh. Interesting.
You.
Do we want to take a break or we want to go in this? The only thing I need to do is I need to grab something different to drink and take something for this headache that's kicking in my shoulder.
Yeah. Well, we're right about at the 2-hour mark, so let's do that. I'm probably gonna
Roof.
probably gonna pee, and I might grab one last beer. I don't think I'm gonna get into it though. I think I'm gonna be done with I think my fourth or fifth. I'm not sure where I'm at anymore.
I'm not sure where I'm at. I started drinking really early.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to be too drunk. So I need to grab something different to drink, take some pain medicine,
In
and
danger.
that, yeah. So we'll take a quick break.
I'll lean toward the 5 minutes.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we want to listen to?
Don't
Let's
go
listen to
there.
this. Not that one? Are you
Not
sure?
that one. Don't do it.
All right, let's do this different one then. Okay. All right. So enjoy the creepy music. We will be right back.
Who is he?
We are back. Back.
Cynthia,
And Cynthia's here.
how does it work?
I just push some buttons.
Miss.
So, if you're just joining us,
Disrespectful. Chaste.
we've been disrespectful, evidently. If you're just joining us, we are talking the haunted locations of Ireland. We've talked about Crumlin Road Gal. We've talked about Leap Castle. Crumlin Road Gal scored really good. Leap Castle scored lower than I thought it would. Dave was right. And now we're going to talk about Kilmainham Gal, another prison.
Yeah, it's interesting that the prisons gave us the most activity, and it goes along with what I've always said about the
Jim.
most haunted locations you'll run into.
Oh, yeah. Prisons, hospitals,
Antique
Dress.
shops.
antique shops.
Not.
Oh, come on, pill, kick in. Okay.
Go. Yeah, I was like, oh crap, I got to get firewood, but I think I can make it till the end of the show, and then before we get ready to do our after party,
Used. Stalker. Speak.
Kick it
Early.
up.
I have to just go grab some firewood real quick.
Nice.
Cold. Under.
So this place opened in 1796 and housed the most notorious criminals over the last 200 years when it was open. It's actually considered the largest unoccupied prison. Ran from
Play.
1796 to 1924.
Farther.
And
Sister.
many died in
Sin.
execution for the
Angry.
1916
Austin.
uprising, including Pierce and Connolly.
Rituals.
They were the co-conspirators.
Yeah, they were hanged, and the rest of the co-conspirators got shot with firing squad. I thought that was interesting. Oh. Oh. Sorry, Dave, I'm hurting.
Okay, I got you, bro.
Went too long without my pain
Chased.
medication in me. What else we got on history on this place?
Necklace.
I don't think we have a
In
necklace.
danger.
Necklace and in danger.
Closed.
Let's see.
Madison.
Our Kilmainham Goal is an infamous site and strongly associated with Irish independence. In 1916, the leaders of the Easter
Close.
Rising were executed here, along with many followers.
Alice.
It's one of the most haunted places in Ireland and worth touring on an
Am I
Ireland
dead?
vacation. I'm thinking you're probably dead. Kilmainham Gaol opened in 1796
Torturer.
as Dublin's new county jail. It was modern for its time, but conditions were appalling, as were at the time. Prisoners included women and children. So this one was the same way as the Crumlin Road. Men would have an iron bed, but women and children slept on straw pallets. A candle had to last 2 weeks, and there were no windows or heat.
Yeah.
Most prisoners were jailed for minor offenses such as petty theft or unpaid debt. Despite shipping many off to Australia, overcrowding was a constant problem. During the Irish potato famine of 1845 to 1852, people would commit crimes in order to be jailed. At least they could get a roof over their head.
Yeah, 3 hots and a cot.
War.
Yeah.
The Irish Rebellion of 1798 was led by Henry Droy McCracken shortly after his release from Kilmainham. A failed rebellion in 1803 caused Robert Emmet's incarceration. He was convicted of treason, hanged on Thomas Street, and beheaded.
Yeah, they actually there's no place
Ant.
to do hanging at the prison, so they actually did them in the front of the prison.
Play
Yeah.
with me.
Which they did at Crumlin
Yeah.
too,
Louder.
until they actually built
No.
the gallows
35.
in the prison.
Yeah, did you see how I just I mean, off site here, but did you see how many people would show up to hangings at
More.
Crumlin Road Gal?
Oh yeah.
Like 20,000 people would
I'm
come
sorry,
to a
they
hanging.
didn't have YouTube, so this was
Yeah.
their entertainment.
That's just
Um,
crazy.
yeah, and in 1848, William Smith O'Brien and Thomas Francis Meagher of the Young Irelanders were jailed in Kilmainham following another failed rebellion. They were sent to Tasmania. That's interesting.
Oh, wow.
Many members of the Fenian Uprising of 1867 and its 1822 successor, the Invincibles, were jailed in Kilmainham. The Irish Citizens Army and Irish Volunteers, both revolutionary groups, joined forces on Easter Monday. This is the 1916 thing.
Yeah.
Easter Monday in 1916, they took over government buildings. They declared themselves an independent Irish republic.
Here.
1 week later, they were overwhelmed by British forces. Gal had been closed in 1910 and was reopened to house the hundreds of men and women captured.
Wow.
14 leaders of the rebellion faced the firing squad. One injured man, James Connolly, was carried on a stretcher, tied to a chair, and executed.
That's just crazy.
Many British citizens were horrified by the executions. The Gal was occupied until the Civil War ended in 1924, at which time all prisoners were released and Kilmainham was abandoned.
Yep. They just
In-
released him like, yeah, get out of here.
Yeah. All right. You're good. In 1960, the Kilmainham Gal Restoration Committee was formed and workers immediately encountered paranormal phenomenon.
Yes.
Governor Dan McGill lived at Kilmainham in the old warden's quarters, overseeing the restorations.
And with his family.
Yeah. One night he looked out the window and saw the old chapel lights on.
Yep.
He had just turned them off. When he investigated, the chapel was empty. He turned the lights off again and went back to his room. When he looked out the window, the lights were on again. He went back and forth with the lights and then finally gave up.
That's
I
crazy.
hear you.
You know what I find interesting is there was no segregation inside this prison. So men, women, and children were actually
Lower.
incarcerated with each other up to like 5 in a cell.
Yeah, the only difference was the bed.
Cemetery.
Yeah.
The men had iron beds and the women and children had
Car.
straw.
Betty.
Most of their time being spent in the dark and the cold. Wow.
Yeah, because there was no heat. And you had one candle that had to last you 2 weeks.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
I know, right?
Oh, that's horrible.
Satanic. My baby.
Ah.
But yeah, this is
How did
Yeah,
this
I guess
work?
this place got pretty beat up during World War II.
yeah.
Computer.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
That's some pretty good history though. A lot of
Yeah.
rebellions and uprisings and stuff, and just the fact that they did that uprising. So they closed the prison in 1910,
Mansion.
reopened it in 1916 just to house the prisoners of this rebellion.
Yeah.
So they hadn't touched it in 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they just kind of reopened it and threw them in there.
And then killed them all.
And then, executed the main guys.
Yeah.
In 1924, they were like, all right, you guys can go.
Ghost Tube just said Australia.
They sent a lot of them to Australia.
Yeah.
Always.
So let's talk about the ghosts of Kilmainham Gold. Poltergeist activity, dark entities, apparitions, and disembodied voices combined to make Kilmainham Gaol one of the most haunted locations in Ireland. One of the first reported hauntings of Kilmainham Gaol dates back to the 1960s when the jail was undergoing renovation, ready
Oh,
to open as a museum you see today. During these renovations, this is the governor with the chapel.
Yeah.
It's the lights. Okay, I already told that story. It's just on this. It's on a different site. Several mediums have also reported an evil entity in the chapel during their visits.
yeah.
The dungeon, perhaps the most shocking ghostly experience, happened during the same period as the governor's.
This one right
Whilst,
here.
whilst a painter, yeah, where was I? Go back to where I was. Whilst the painter was working in the dungeon, he was suddenly hit with an unseen force that pushed him right across the room.
In front of you.
And pinned him
Elderly.
to the
Hitting him
wall
to the wall.
to where he had to fight
He had to
to
fight to
get
get free.
free.
Yeah. The man was terrified, leaving all his equipment there, and he never returned.
Dead.
Dead.
Wow.
Soon.
Dude.
Sister.
Dude.
That's some serious poltergeist activity.
Oh.
So disembodied footsteps. Another common occurrence during the restoration work was the distinct sound of footsteps running up to the coworkers, then stopping right next to them.
Pray.
Numerous people experienced this. They felt a
Coffin.
sudden icy chill come over them when they looked
Married.
up. The trudging of boots as if soldiers' parade was going on was a regular occurrence too. So the sounds of like marching.
Yeah. You know, to trudge.
Rest
To
in
trudge.
Sorry.
Library.
Okay. Sounds like a Knight's Tale.
Yeah.
Let's see. Visitors to this day are still experiencing creepy paranormal activity.
Yeah.
They often report people in period dress to the tour guides.
Yeah.
Only to learn that they're apparitions.
Yeah.
Chapel area gives guides and visitors the creeps, with people often reporting that they feel as if an evil presence is watching them.
How are you?
I'm good. Other strange occurrences include sudden cold spots, strange noises, disembodied voices, cell doors slamming shut. There have also been instances of visitors or tour guides being pushed by an unseen force. So it's another
Remorse.
physical attack.
Multiple. That's kind of everything I got. I mean, you pretty much nailed everything that I wrote down on my notes.
Disfigured. Prisoner.
Disfigured prisoner.
Yeah. That would make sense here. What I didn't read about this place is any shadow figures.
Louder. What brought you here? Halt.
Okay, I'll stop. Are there shadow figures here?
Let's see. I thought there was something about shadow figures here.
Madison. Betty. Marie.
Now you're just spitting off names. But maybe not. Maybe just the poltergeist activity.
Yeah.
Let's see. Many visitors who claim have witnessed spooky apparitions and phantom voices during the visits. A number of children arriving on tours have refused to enter, sensing something spooky
I don't
beyond
know.
the threshold. Tales of a malevolent force within the chapel. This is the only thing that this evil presence, but it never don't see it as an apparition. They just feel an evil presence.
How many?
A malevolent force within the chapel have been told by various mediums who have visited the site, and the sound of soldiers marching, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Float.
Yeah, I agree with that. I thought that there were shadow figures or non-human entities reported at all of our locations, but I guess this one's the exception.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no shadow figures here that I read about.
And I think maybe the let's see, visitors.
Blessed.
Okay, people
Guide.
see what they believe to be actors dressed in period clothing. A number of tour guides report feeling a frightening presence near the chapel balcony. Some
Okay.
people convinced they're being watched. Eerie
What
cold
is your
spots,
name?
unexplained noises, footsteps, voices, cell doors banging shut, lights turn on and off. A few people feel that they've been pushed. So yeah, I'm not getting any shadow figures,
No. No, not at all.
but I'm getting really good poltergeist
Close.
activity here.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Abused. Hold.
Okay.
RIPNH
Not.
MAFOD. Okay,
Call.
so residual.
This is a hard one. I mean, the period clothing people
Graveyard.
residual, I think.
Dress.
Yes.
The
Drowned.
trudging
The
residual.
marching and the footsteps, I think that's probably
I
residual.
don't know about the footsteps
I
running
don't
up
know.
on
When
people.
they're
'Cause
rushing you, no. I think
but the
the
trudging,
marching, the
yeah,
marching and trudging stuff, I think that's residual.
yeah.
Sit down.
I do think the voices and stuff, I think that's residual.
Respect. Alice.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So, I mean, I don't think the residual is high here, though. Do
No,
you? No,
no,
it's
I think it's good, but not great.
so I'd probably put it right
Okay.
around a
I'm
6.
kinda
Going.
6, yeah. I'm at a 6.
Dark.
Yeah, dark. We're getting ready to talk about that. Intelligent.
Help.
I I think there is
Yeah.
a decent amount of intelligence here, though.
Yeah.
With
With the evil presence in the
evil
chapel,
presence in the chapel,
with the poltergeist in the dungeon,
the apparitions
the
or
7.
things running up on the people,
yeah.
multiple places being touched.
Yeah, multiple pushing and touching and stuff. So I think there's intelligent.
Bathroom. Dining.
Man, I'm thinking this is high.
I I think that for some reason intelligence I want to put like at an 8.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too.
Kneel.
Poltergeist activity. So you got the lights, you got the cell door
Like,
slamming.
you got the dude being shoved against the wall and held there.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to
Where am
consider that
I?
poltergeist activity or non-human.
Torturer.
I think it's both. I'm because we give intelligent and non-human this,
Yeah.
points too. I definitely think that's poltergeist, and I think that's major. Cell doors slamming shut.
That's a
And
major poltergeist activity for something to
Close.
do something
that's
like that.
something powerful to be able to do that.
And in multiple different locations, multiple different people. And then you have, I mean, the main one is the dude in the dungeon,
Feeling.
but with the lights going off in the chapel,
Bloody.
Multiple
it's
times, and other lights being reported turning on and off.
yeah, and other lights being
Satan.
reported.
Cell doors opening and closing. Cell doors being slammed shut.
Satan.
Oh, I got like a 9
I
here.
think I'm a 9. Yeah. I think I'm a 9.
Goodbye. Maybe.
Maybe.
Mine said pagan, yours said Satan. Mine said goodbye, yours said maybe.
Well, I said they talk to each other sometimes.
So the non-human element, I think,
This is
is a
interesting
little off
because
the charts here.
but the non-human is not shadow figures.
No,
It's
there's
it's
something.
the evil presence in the chapel and the majorly powerful poltergeist.
Evil
1.
presence in the chapel, evil
Beverly.
presence in the
Turn it
dungeon,
off.
evil presence in other areas.
Mhm. Do you think this is one or multiple?
That's that's where I'm not sure. I don't know if this is one evil presence or
Yeah.
multiple
I
evil
think there's
Debatable.
presence.
2. And the reason why I think there's one that is strictly in the chapel. And then I
Okay.
think there's one outside that is doing all the poltergeist activity.
What brought
Okay.
you here?
It's I don't know if
But
hate.
I am sorry, that is powerful.
That's powerful,
That
powerful.
that's power. That's like I don't that's the
Again,
most powerful thing I've seen I've talked about all night.
pushed across the room and pinned to the wall where he had to fight for his life.
Yeah.
Uh, that's I might give it a 9.
Disagree.
I almost wanna give it a 10.
Oh yeah, I'm tempted.
Watching you. Rituals. False.
Let's
Oh,
go let's
9.
go 9.
Let's go 9.
Let's go 9. What do we think of the history here?
I think
Torturer.
the history here is better than Crumlin Roads.
I agree.
Is it better than Leap Castle or equal
Leave
to
me
Leap
alone.
Castle?
Who?
I don't think so. And that would make this a 9.
Let's make it a 9. And
I don't
I
know.
don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Why?
So here's I think this is where this is where
This is where this
this
is
is
going to
struggle
suffer
spot.
because there's
Yeah.
not a whole lot of manifestation.
Not a whole lot of manifestation here.
I mean, you've got you know, there's a few, but it's not
Goodbye.
huge.
The manifestation is
Psychic.
based off the residual hauntings,
Yeah.
which again is not a lot.
Because everything intelligent or non-human and poltergeist, you can't
You're not
you're not
seeing
seeing it. And I think that makes this even more
it more
dangerous because
dangerous.
it's
Yeah.
not you can't see what's coming at you.
I think the
Real.
manifestation I would probably put it one less than residual. I think I'd put it at
I'm
5.
thinking
9.
5. Yeah, I was going there too.
I like it. I like that we think that way sometimes. Audio. There is audio here. There's
There's
actually
audio.
decent audio here. You have
There's
strange
audio.
voices,
There's
Who are
disembodied
you?
voices,
Angel.
there's a lot of disembodied voices and the footsteps and the
footsteps,
trudging and the
door slamming.
door slamming.
There's a lot of audio here.
There's good audio.
I'd probably put the
Goodbye.
audio we got a 7 and a 9. We got a 9 at Crumlin. It's not as good as Crumlin.
I think I'm kind of leaning toward the 7.
I think I'm equal to Leap with the
Yeah.
audio. Yeah, I like
Hint.
that.
Yeah.
Now Feels is a
Pray.
10.
I agree with that. I just for the one thing, just for that friggin' poltergeist thing.
Yeah,
But not to mention
multiple
that, it's the feeling of the evil
yeah,
presence.
the medium's reporting an evil entity in the chapel. You got the dude being pushed across the room in the dungeon, multiple people, visitors and guides alike being pushed,
Dark.
evil presence being feeling of being watched, creepy feelings. It's yeah,
Stay.
it's a 10. It's a
Yeah.
10.
It's a 10.
Miss.
Not objects. This is a place where it's gonna hurt again.
I don't know about that. A whole body was moved across the room.
That's a good point. And you got your cell door slamming. You got your cell door slamming. A whole body being
Blood.
moved across the room.
Yeah.
The lights going on and off in
lights
multiple
going on and off.
locations.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
That thing, it moved a person.
Yeah, I didn't move a yeah.
I mean, it's
Didn't
not
move
as
a cup across the room. Moved a person across
not
the
as
room.
good as shaking a whole building, but you moved a person across the room and held him there, and he had to fight to get away.
Yeah.
A long
And then
time
you got
So
the
is it equal to Crumlin Road? At a 7?
I'm
Or
higher
better
than
than?
that.
Soldier.
or I say, or better than.
I'm higher than that.
Aaron.
I think I'm at the 8. I think I'm at an 8.
An 8.
Yeah,
I
I
could go
might even go 9, but I think I'm at an 8.
I don't, 9 seems high.
And
But
the only
again,
reason
he
why
moved
the only reason
he
I won't go, I mean,
Look.
that's a serious thing, but really it's people are
Chase.
being moved
yeah.
and then the lights turning on and off, and that's kind of it.
And the cell doors,
That one
that's
incident by
Contact
itself,
level.
that's
Play.
I'm sorry, that's a 6 by
I
itself.
am in pain.
yeah.
Taking a guy
Yeah,
completely across the room.
I'll take an 8. I'll take an 8.
Let's take an 8.
The danger
I'm
level
high
was
on
a
the danger
10.
level. It's 10.
I'm at a 10.
That
Yeah.
that dude could have been killed.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
and that's not to mention the evil
Maybe.
dude in the
Yeah.
that's not to mention the evil dude in the chapel. I think
Yeah.
there's some capability there too.
Yeah.
Guilt.
It
20.
that's a 10. You can't get away from that. That's a 10. Fought for his life. Yeah.
Jacqueline. Why did you come? Attic.
He's got the attic.
I am in
81?
pain.
Did I just get it? 81?
81.
Wow. Wow. You thought Crumlin Road was gonna be better.
I thought Kremlin was going to be better until that poltergeist. That dude.
Joyce.
That thing's dangerous.
Way dangerous. Way dangerous. Way dangerous.
Miss. Back.
Just because I like doing it. That's an average of 71.3, so 71 for
And if you
Ireland.
factor in our first location, the average score is 72.
Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think 72, really? That's it? Uh-uh.
That 58 really brings us down.
Yeah, it does.
So
Yeah,
definitely
even.
go to Scare Network TV and check out our first location.
Yeah,
'Cause
definitely go to Scare Network Television. Check out that 4th location. Oh, that was also a good that location's fire. I'm just gonna say that, right? I'm just gonna keep saying that. That location's fire. So that's Haunted Ireland, folks. That is Haunted Ireland. That I think I like it.
Dark.
I like it. I thought that Leap Castle might score higher than it did, but you were right on that. I had a feeling Kilmainham though would score higher than Crumlin.
yeah,
Dark.
I think I got because I wanted Kilmainham. That was my
Yeah.
first pick.
Yeah.
And I really liked it. And then I was kind of wishy-washy on Leap Castle, and we were talking about Loftus Hall.
Yeah.
But I was like, I didn't really like Loftus Hall because it really only had one thing.
Yeah.
But then you gave me Crumlin, and I was like, oh, and then I started reading up on Crumlin, and I was like, man, I like this one.
Yeah.
I think this is my favorite site. But I should have stuck with my original.
Kilmainham goal. That was a good one. Good
Yeah.
pick. Good pick. Good
Good
pick.
scores. I like Ireland, bro. Good.
I like Ireland.
stuff.
Can't wait to go there one of these days.
Night.
Yeah.
Visit the motherland.
Oh yeah. So that's our show. Next week we are going to be
We're
normal
gonna do cryptids. So we got our pregame coming up on Saturday or Friday.
Friday.
because we
Right.
were going to move it to Saturday once we were out of the holiday.
Yeah, but I'm getting drugged to do karaoke Saturday after work.
Okay. So Friday it is. So Friday, and then don't forget, you guys, our after party coming up, or our post game show
That's right.
on Instagram. We're immediately going live on Instagram following this show to
Yeah, that's
talk
right.
about our sites.
Yep.
And
Kind of a little breakdown of what we talked about tonight. You,
yeah,
you basically get to see all the bullshit that me and Dave talk after we're done with the show.
yeah,
Uh,
because that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna be live and just talk and just bullshit after the show. It's
yeah,
basically what we already do.
yeah,
Only we're gonna let you guys listen.
exactly.
So I apologize, and you're welcome at the same
All
time.
right. So, fine print out the way. I want to thank Anchor. Anchor is what allows us to take the audio portion of this live broadcast, put it out to your favorite sites like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, and of course, the good old iHeartRadio. They're a great way to start your podcast. Not only do they help you out by sponsoring you, as you continue to grow with your podcast, they'll actually help you continue to find extra sponsors. So thank you, Anchor, for doing that for us. And of course, we want to thank StreamYard. StreamYard is what allows us to do the multicasting. That's why you're able to see us on the Facebook Spirits to Spirits page, the Spirits to Spirits with John and Dave on YouTube, and of course, Twitch, Spirits with Spirits. So thank you, StreamYard, for that. Great first episode for season 3. Stick around, or I don't want to say it, don't stick around. Head over to the Instagram,
Head over to
come bullshit
Instagram.
with us.
Yeah,
Let us know what you thought of the episode and hang out with us while we bullshit and we get all our downloads and stuff going while we're working. Dave, any final thoughts?
yeah. I mean, that was good.
That was good.
That was good. Good first episode. I'm glad Ireland was our first pick.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what we discuss next week.
Oh yeah.
And then
Worried.
you might be worried. I'm not. And then let's see, we've got in 2 weeks
Car.
for episode 3,
we going to
we're going
Maine?
to be discussing the state of Maine.
Going to Maine? What?
We're going
Maine?
way up there.
Going
So
up north?
we're
Yeah.
going to the land of Stephen King,
Yeah.
and we're gonna find some locations in Maine. So
Yeah, that's right. So
definitely stick with us for that one.
yeah,
That's gonna be, correct me if I'm wrong, we're moving to Friday
moving to Friday.
that week, so that'll be the 20th.
Good old days off change for me.
No days off change for him. My days off stay the same no matter what,
Yes.
which unfortunately for me is the weekends. But so also, if you guys get a chance, jump over to the 4K Lowdown. We have
check
our
this
top
shit out.
10s on Monday. We're going to start reviewing new releases as
Oh.
we get them. Turner Fan 77 and I are going to be doing like current releases. It's a series that we're calling By the Numbers.
Ooh.
And on the 19th of this month, Thursday night, 6 p.m.
Lowdown
Pacific,
Awards.
9 Eastern, we're going to be doing the 2022 Lowdown Awards, where we're
That's
going to award
You.
physical. Yeah, we're going to award you. We're going to do physical media awards. So movies that came out on physical media, DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, or streaming. We're going to honor stuff that came out during the calendar year of 2022. So,
okay.
bro, let me ask you, what was your favorite movie of last year?
Favorite movie of last year. Oh, that's a good one. That's a hard one. Last year. Let me think. Oh, well, I can't count that one. That just came out this month. Oh no, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, I don't want to do that one. I don't know, Dave.
That hard, bro.
No.
So let me just tell you. So our biggest award for the 4K for the Lowdown Awards is our movie of the year. And like I said, this is anything that came out on physical media during the calendar year of 2022. So our nominations are Everything Everywhere All at Once, starring
I
Michelle
just
Yeoh.
watched that. That was not bad. Not
It-
bad. The only reason I watched it because you intrigued me on it.
Yeah, it's a wild one. I enjoyed it. The Northman.
Interesting movie. That was a little slow, but I liked it.
Yeah,
Slower than I thought it was going to be.
Heaven.
yeah. Or I don't know if it's heaven, but Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, you know what? That might be my favorite movie of 2022, honestly.
Yeah. And
I
then,
liked the new Top Gun more than I liked the original Top Gun.
yeah. Oh no, I did too. Absolutely. If we're talking about movies that came out in 2022, Top Gun Maverick's my favorite.
Yeah.
But the highest scored movie that I had on the lowdown for
Bride.
physical movies that came out in 2022 was Spider-Man No Way Home. So that's my nomination.
I did like that one. I did like Moonfall was good.
I enjoyed Moonfall, but a lot of people didn't. And it actually didn't score very high on the lowdown. But it's my favorite 4K transfer of the year. Absolutely. It's beautiful on 4K.
Oh, yeah. I watch it in 4K.
And then of course I've got the steelbook of that. So
Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, I remember you when you got it.
it is gorgeous.
Hustle was a great movie. Adam Sandler. That was a good movie. Playing trying to become the agent.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Yeah,
I'm
good
one to
movie.
check out.
I think it's on Netflix. Check it out, bro.
Yeah,
It's a good movie.
definitely.
I hated the new Father and the Bride. I thought that was horrible.
I thought that was horrible. What
Glass
else?
Onion, Knives Out.
I liked Glass Onion.
I like that movie.
Yeah, that's my nomination for my favorite streaming movie. Of
Oh,
2022.
good pick, bro. Good pick.
Um,
Troll was actually pretty good. I don't know if you watched that yet. Smile sucked. Everybody
eh,
made way too much of
I
that.
I like
Barbarian was
Smile,
really
but
Soldier.
it's not as good. But Barbarian was great.
Barbarian was great.
Barbarian was awesome. Um, but yeah, also in the Lowdown Awards, I give an award for Sleeper of the Year. This is one where you don't expect much out of it, and it turned out to be really good. And then the Stinker Award, which is one that you expected a lot out of, and it turned out not to be that good. So those are interesting. And then it's
Rituals.
yeah. So myself, Rich, Turner Fan 77, and then Alex and Nate from Geeks and Flicks. They're my panelists. So each of us nominated a movie for each category. And we're gonna let the fans in the chat vote. So you guys out there, if you get a chance, check it out on YouTube. It's at the 4K Lowdown. No, turn your notification on for that event when it's scheduled. Like and subscribe to the channel so you can see what's coming up. And then hopefully you can join us for the awards on YouTube because that'll be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. Man, I just watched a movie and I can't remember the name of it, but it was super good. I'm gonna have to find it and freaking tell you it. But all right, well, that's it for tonight. We're gonna get off of here. And we're
Yeah.
gonna get ready to head over to the good old Instagram and bullshit for a little bit while we take care of our other stuff.
Yep.
So Dave, go ahead, hit the outro, and we will see y'all in a few
Awesome.
seconds. If not, we'll see you next week.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see you in a few seconds on Instagram. If not, we'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Yes.
Close up. Here we go. Take care, everybody.
Spirits with spirits. Spirits with spirits.